2-2, 1-2, 1-2. Good evening, folks. You're very welcome along to Turner's Cross for the Jerry Harris testimonial and what should be an absolutely cracking game between two legendary Cork City sides, the 92-93 and the league winners and the 98 Cup winners versus the 2005, the 2011 and the 2017 league winners. It's going to be an absolutely cracking occasion. Some incredible Cork City legends are out in the pitch waiting for the game to start, and I'm delighted to be joined by former Cork City Chairman Brian Lennox. Brian, thank you for joining us here.
No, my pleasure, my pleasure.
Before we talk about the match, I suppose, talk to me about Jerry Harris and the man he was. And I suppose when I say the name Jerry Harris to you, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The good uncle, the wise man. Everybody went to him for advice, and he always had a smile on his face. Lovely, lovely man.
Yeah, and had time for everyone and worked very hard for everyone as well.
Yes. Well, we had Noel, the Mother Goose. We had Jerry on the other side. It was a fabulous club back then.
He did so many jobs around the clubs, didn't he?
He did everything. You name it. He was chairman of Cork United. Then he was kitman. Then secretary. And you name it, you could play. He was actually a player as well, as you know. So, I mean, he was a legend.
I think it's a testament to Jerry that all these players are here on a Sunday afternoon giving up their time so readily, and pretty much every Cork City legend is out on that pitch this afternoon.
Yes, there's one or two missing, but they have their own reasons, and a few managers that are missing. But we'll forgive them. I mean, the boys on the field here now are fabulous, and it'll be a great occasion.
It certainly should be, and two fantastic teams, and I suppose plenty of memories for all the supporters here as well. I mean, like, you look back to that 92-93 league winning team, and an incredible team, and just what they did for this city was incredible.
Oh, it is. I mean, a good Cork City team, a good soccer team, it's like the good GA team. It's the spirit of the whole city comes up, you know. It's fabulous to have them. And I mean, some people say when you look at the English teams and the money they're on, I mean, these guys are on pennies.
Yeah.
And they still break a bones for you, you know.
And that 2005 league winning team is still, for me, the best League of Ireland team I've ever seen. It was just an incredible year.
It was, and I still remember. I can't believe it so long ago, but I mean they were a great team, and again it was a Cork spirit. They're mostly a Cork-based teams, you know, and they played for the city, you know. They played for Cork,
and like that year was just incredible. I think everyone has just such fond memories, I suppose, of that night in Turner's Cross here in November. 2005, winning the league against Derry City.
Oh, that was fabulous, wasn't it? And the European runs as well. I mean, there was great times.
And plenty of those players are out on the field this afternoon. Great to see the likes of George O'Callaghan wearing 10 again for Cork City at Turner's Cross. It's absolutely fantastic to see, and it's fantastic managers here as well. Dave Barry managing one of the teams. Greg O'Halloran, who's done such tremendous work in organising this game, is one of the other managers. And I can't imagine it's going to be a high-paced game here today, Brian, but once the competitive spirit kicks in, these lads, there could be challenges lying in here.
Well, I hope so. I'd like to kick a couple of them myself, you know. I was kind of disappointed I didn't get my boots on myself.
Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, when did you get the shout?
I don't know. They didn't ask me. Maybe they forgot that I used to play as well, but different times.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, and a good crowd here as well. Don't forget, if you're watching on Rebel Army TV, you can purchase a non-attendance ticket. Proceeds going to the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland. A very, very worthwhile cause. So if you're watching the game on Rebel Army TV, visit corkcityfc.ie and you can purchase a non-attendance ticket there for €5, which would be very greatly appreciated by all of us here at Cork City FC and the family of Jerry Harris. The teams are in red and in green today, and the red team will be the 2005, the 2011, the 2017 league winners, and the green team will be the 1992-1993 league and the 98 cup winners. Brian, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Hope you enjoyed the game, and we'll talk to you in a minute.
I'll pass you on to the new chairman.
From one chairman to another. Delighted to be joined by Cork City Chairman Declan Carey here on Rebel Army TV. First off, congratulations.
Fantastic jersey, Rory.
Yeah, I thought I'd go era appropriate. You
Yeah.
see it there? It was a toss-up between this one and the 98 Cup
lovely.
winning jersey.
Yeah, and I'm rocking some new hardware tonight as well.
Congratulations, that was the first thing we got. Very similar wedding rings, actually.
Indeed, yeah.
Congratulations to you and
Cheers.
Antoinette. What's it like being married, I suppose?
Oh, jeez, I'll be on you for advice now, Rory. 2 weeks in now, so we're surviving.
Nod and smile, boy, that's all I can say to you. Nod and
yeah.
smile. It's a fantastic occasion here, Declan, for the Jerry Harris tribute game. And as I said to Brian there, it's a testament to how well loved that Jerry was, that all these Cork City legends here on a Sunday afternoon, I can't imagine any of them had to think about being here. It just shows you how high of regard that Jerry
it's
was.
unbelievable, Rory. Like, even look at the team sheet there, when you know the names on it, like just players that are held in such high regard around Cork, and it just goes to show how much regard they held Jerry in. And it's just a fantastic occasion. Like, it's just unbelievable to see. Very emotional today as well. Father's Day as well today, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Jerry will be on a lot of people's minds. And it's just a great way to remember such a great legend of the club. And yeah, it's an absolute honour to be here today. And to see Jerry's family here as well, and everyone in such great spirits. It's just great to see.
And the amount of work that Jerry did around this club, like throughout the years, throughout his various guises, the amount of roles that he had in this club are sensational.
Unbelievable. And like, even the mentorship he showed as well, Rory, like, he did practically every role in the club that you could imagine, and brought along the likes of Éanna Buckley. Did a lot of like work behind the scenes that people will never see or really understand, and the proof is there today, like, in how well the club is set up now today. And Jerry's been a strong part of that as well, and has a great influence still to this very day.
I think pretty much every Cork City legend is out on the pitch today now. There's one or two missing.
Yeah, I see a lot of legends, but just Paul Deasy as well, and it's sticking out like a sore thumb.
What's the story there? I mean, like, we're talking like Cork City legends, and somehow Paul Deasy's like there.
And looking at the team sheet, it's quite odd as well. Like, there's both teams are perfectly even except for Paul Deasy's name, who seems to have snuck into the bottom of the team sheet. It's just, look, it's probably the only downer of today, to be honest. Really, like, it's a tough one to take.
Poor DC is going to get absolutely slated if he comes on a little bit later on. But as I was saying to Brian there, I mean, like, it's not going to be a high-paced game by any stretch of the imagination, but the competitive spirit still it burns in these lads.
Thankfully as well for Paul Deasy, it won't be a fast-paced game. Like, he seems to have lost the pace that he did, whatever little bit of pace he had in 2010. But yeah, look, it'll be a great game, I think. Like, I think we all remember as well Alan Bennett's testimonial as well, and I remember Georgie and Flinney that day were unbelievable. Like, they were thrown back to 2005 like it was yesterday. So I'm sure there'll be great skill as well on display. Like, and there's fantastic players. Like, you even look at the internationals that are here today, like David Myler,
Damien Delaney.
Yeah, exactly. Like, geez, it's fantastic to see. Like, and even my wife there was walking in and she's recognising players, and that's some feat in itself. Like, so yeah, brilliant to see.
It's going to be an absolutely cracking day. I mean, like, you see the likes of George O'Callaghan wearing 10 at Turner's Cross again. It's fantastic to see Mick Devine back and goal in front of the shed end. It kind of brings back massive special memories of both the 93 team, the 98 team, the 2005 team, the 2017 team.
Exactly, yeah.
All those memories.
Yeah, and look, even in the dugout as well, like, you've Dave Barry, Patsy Frayne, Greg O'Halloran, Colin Healy as well, of course. Like, Dave Barry, like, absolutely one of the greatest sportsmen in Cork's history as well. Like, and he's taking part here today as well. So it's great to see. Like, there's just participation all across the board. Like, I don't think there's anyone there missing that you would say, geez, it's just an unbelievable list of legends of the club.
And you're looking through both teams on paper, you can't really decide which team is stronger, like, in their prime.
The one that doesn't have Paul Deasy, I suppose.
Well, obviously, that is a major black mark on the event, as we discussed.
But yeah, look, it's should be a great day, Rory, and we're very much looking forward to it. And there'll be a great atmosphere here as well, and great to see the crowd pouring in now as well. Like, and it's very important as well to raise funds for such great charities as well today. So yeah, fantastic day all round, and Jerry is sure to leave his mark again on the club in a very special day.
Yeah, and as a reminder, if you are watching on Rebel Army TV, go to corkcityfc.ie. You can purchase a non-attendance ticket there, €5. It proceeds to the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland. It would be greatly appreciated by all of us here at the club, and indeed by Jerry's family as well. It's kind of hard to predict a winner in a game like this, isn't it?
The team that doesn't have Paul Deasy, I suppose. Like, geez, it just has to be. But look, we'll see, Rory. I think the real winner here today will be the charities, obviously. Like, and that's a hugely important one. And as you said, people can still purchase a non-attendance ticket as well and support the charities if you can't make it today. And look, the stream is offered free of charge as well. But we hope that people will still support and donate whatever they can. Yeah,
big time. Yeah, Dec, thank you for your time. We'll let you there enjoy the game.
Always, Rory. Thanks a lot. I will enjoy everything except Paul Deasy's performance. Thank you.
Yeah, Paul Deasy lining out for the 2005, 2011 and 2017 league winners today. Be interesting to see that as we just see both teams lining up for their photographs. Should be an absolutely cracking occasion here at Turner's Cross. Back to you in 2 secs. Our game's just about to start here. You can see the teams getting ready. We're going to be joined by various Cork City legends across the course of the game. And it is going to be an incredible occasion here. Roy O'Hagan on commentary. We're just joined by two Cork City legendary chairmen for the Legends game. It's fantastic to see all these legends come together for Jerry Harris, an incredible man of time for everyone, a man who was a great help to me over the years. Especially when I started out, he was always the man to point in the right direction. And he is sorely missed around Turner's Cross. But what a fantastic occasion to honour Jerry. And no better way to spend it than a summer's afternoon at Turner's Cross. So just to run you through the players' lists for the games, we have in the 92-93 league and the 98 Cup winning side, which are in green. We've got Anthony Buckley, Anthony Keneally, Colin O'Brien, Cormac Cotter, Damien Delaney, David Ludzik, David Myler, Davin O'Neill, Derek Collin, Fergus O'Donoghue, Jerry McCabe, Johnny Glenn, Kelvin Flanagan, Liam Murphy, Mark Herrick, Mick Conroy, Noel Mooney, Ollie Cahill, Paul Bowden and Stephen Napier. And for the red team, the 2005, 2011, 2017 league winners, we have Alan Bennett, Alan Carey, Billy Woods, Brian O'Callaghan, Killian Lorden, Conor O'Grady, Danny Murphy, Darren Murphy, Dave Hill, Dave Rogers, Dennis Bean, the legend George O'Callaghan, Graham Cummins, Ian Turner, Joe Gamble, John O'Flynn, Kevin Murray, Mark McNulty, Mick Devine, Neil Horgan and the aforementioned Paul Deasy for some reason. Referees today, Graham Kelly, assisted by Ed McNally and Ken Hennessy, Keith Callan, the fourth official. The managerial teams for the green team, the 92-3 league and 98 Cup winners, we have Dave Barry as manager, Patsy as assistant, Tony O'Sullivan, Decky Daly, Phil Harrington, Jason Gaby as coaches. And on the opposite side, we have Greg O'Halloran, Colin Healy, John Ward, Stephen Birmingham, Eamon O'Keefe and Pat Duggan. Just waiting for kickoff. It's supposed to be 2 o'clock, but nobody looks like they're in a rush to get things going. Plenty of reminiscing going on in the pitch already. Fellas catching up with players they haven't seen in a while. Thankfully, both squads are on this side of the pitch for substitutions and all that, so they'll be able to see who's coming on and who's coming off. Mick Conroy down below us there, just Patsy Frayne as well. Jason Gaby, who's on managerial duties. Dave Barry holding a big slab of water. We're hearing talk that there might be a penalty shootout at the end of this game, regardless of the results, which will be some entertainment for the supporters. Anyway, a good crowd here in front of us all, right in front of us here in the Donny Ford. Looking forward to this game, I have to say. See Conor O'Grady out there, Derek Holland. Alan Bennett getting ready, warmed up. Danny Murphy, of course, the Cork City FC women manager. Good to see the Courtney Rebel back racing the field at the cross. Ali Cahill, he runs down the wing and his name is Ali Cahill. Hey, Ali Cahill. He's out there, looks like he's starting. Billy Woods out there. Mick Devine on goal. Got a hole in one, his first hole in one, he told me last week. Congratulations, Mick. Damien Delaney out there. Stephen Napier. Joe Gamble, Dennis Behan, Dave Myler, Colin O'Brien. Stars everywhere you look. Legends everywhere you look. Plenty of photographs being taken. The autographs being signed. Mark Herrick just down below me here. So many legends. Not exactly a rush to get started here. It's 2:05. Don't think anyone's in any major rush to get going. Straight to penalties at the shout here in the press box. There's Graham Cummins with his daughter. See Super Kevin Murray down there below. See Neil Horgan out there as well for the red team. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Delighted to be joined by Cork City legend Declan Daly now for the opening minutes. Nobody's in a rush to get going, Declan. Everyone's too busy chatting.
No, I think everybody's quite happy just to talk. They haven't seen each other for years.
The match is just getting in the way of all the reminiscing.
It is, yeah.
But as I was saying to the lads earlier, Deck, this is such a fantastic occasion for a fantastic man.
Absolutely. I think that everybody that's involved in this game would have come with a heartbeat the minute Jerry was mentioned, because he's had a huge part in everybody's life here.
Yeah.
Cork City and with Cork football over the years, so this is fitting for him, really.
Yeah, it's a fantastic turnout here. Loads of people in the St. Anne's End for the game. The list of legends that we have here are incredible, and on paper, like, just incredibly strong squads.
They do, yeah. They look very unbalanced age-wise, by the way. I think our team could struggle on this. I've seen a lot of the athletes that should be playing on the other side, so we'll see how it goes. We've asked the referee to help out along the way, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's not exactly going to be a high-paced game, that I'd say, is it?
It could be a walking football, I reckon. It's some of the suggestions out in the dressing room earlier.
Exactly. Who are you looking forward to seeing in action? I mean, like a lot of your teammates out on the pitch today.
Yeah, like I suppose really, like when you see probably the breadth of the teams that are represented here shows how long Jerry was involved.
Yeah.
And the effort people made to get here. You have people from Sligo, from Galway, from Limerick. Jerry McCabe is down from Scotland. So I think that shows how he's held in everybody's regard, really.
Exactly, and a fantastic occasion today, raising funds for the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland. As I mentioned, if you are watching on Rebel Army TV, you can buy a non-attendance ticket. Go to corkcityfc.ie for that. But looking at the teams there, the 92-93 league team, the 2005 team, they're all kind of mixed in together. But incredible teams, incredible memories that all these players have provided us down through the years,
Yeah,
yourself included.
Yeah, they've been great times, and I've been here for a lot of the big events, thank God, like the 05, particularly I remember here with Derry in the final game of the season was a super game in Turner's Cross that time, and the various games we were involved in ourselves. So yeah, and it's great. I think when you look on the pitch at the moment and you see, I'm trying to count the number of senior Irish internationals that are out there.
Yeah.
There's probably 4 or 5, is there?
Damien Delaney, Alan Bennett, Joe Gamble,
David Moyler, Joe Gamble.
And a lot of players that probably should have gotten a senior international cap, like Mick Devine over there, probably should have gotten a cap in 05.
And then you have Liam Murphy and Dave Barry from our own side would have been there as well. So yeah, it's great to watch it. And a lot of them look a lot fitter than some of them.
Colin O'Brien and Neil Horgan, the captains for today.
Yeah.
We're in danger of a match breaking out here at some stage.
We
can't promise anything.
Yeah. We won't have any of the GPS monitors on today, I reckon, to be honest. I think we could be.
Some of the lads
we might leave those in the dressing room today.
Some of the lads could be in the tens of metres here by the end of the game, Deck.
Yeah, some fellas could actually think it's broken, it hasn't moved. So we'll see.
Great, nice day for football as well. It looks like the rain might stay off. It's a little bit of a breeze. Turner's Cross pitch looking as fantastic as it always did. Graham Kelly would want to get a move on here now. It's 2:10.
That's right.
Graham,
I've said to Graham, the teams, obviously the 92 team is in green, so I've told Graham all offsides for the Reds are valid and they're always going to be late, so I think that's a fair way to referee it for this afternoon.
All right, looks like we're getting underway here
looks
now.
Like we're getting underway.
Finally. I'm just going to call them the green and the red team because it's going to be too complicated to start reading out the 2005 blah 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 and 2006. But green team playing from right to left. Graham Cummins, who was listed on the red team, is playing for the green team today. Looks like he's going to get things underway. Davin O'Neill up there along with him. Colin O'Brien in the centre circle. Strong team, that green team. Ollie Cahill down the left hand side with Stephen Napier. What a left hand side that is.
Yeah. I don't know I'd right fancy getting past Ollie or not. It's Stephen waiting.
And we're underway. Deck, thanks a million, boy. Get out to go and take a game. And we are finally underway here at Turner's Cross. Paul Bowden there with the ball and on the attack. Joined by another Cork City legend here now in Cormac Connor. Cormac, this is a fantastic occasion, isn't it?
Brilliant occasion, especially to see all the lads back together again. A lot of us wouldn't have seen each other in a good few years, so it's been good fun, even a bit of banter in the dressing room, some things never changed.
Graham Cummins breaking the offside trap there and tries to curl one past Stephen Birmingham. But Cummins there is proving that this back four can't be relying on that offside trap because Cummins has a bit more pace than that back four, Cormac. Tell me, when I mention the name Jerry Harris, I suppose, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Oh, Cork football, steeped in it. I mean, even going back to the days when it was at Cork Alberts, he brought back into the league. I mean, Cork soccer was a huge deck. When there was no professional football, he was one of the main instigators to get up off the ground again and running.
Yeah.
So he's just been involved with every team since those 80s. Everybody would love him. I mean, he just missed the football to everybody, really.
Yeah, he certainly was loved by everyone as well, and would go out of his way to help everyone, wouldn't he?
Oh, and a great guy, always had a smile on his face. In fairness to him, whatever else was said to you in the dressing room, Jerry always had something complimentary or something to be said to you.
I don't think I ever saw him in bad form, actually.
No, that's the one thing I said. He always had a smile on his face. He was a great guy character from that point of view.
Yeah.
And I say, anything, he did absolutely everything in any job that was needed to be done for the club. To be fair to him.
It's fantastic to see such amazing legends take the field. Like Ollie Cahill is just there right in front of us. You've got George Cahallan wearing 10 of Turner's Cross again. It's fantastic to see it, isn't it?
Ollie looks a little fitter now than when he played, to be fair to the boy. And even Jerry McCabe. I've seen Jerry back to make the journey over from Scotland to come this distance.
Yeah.
And just show you the respect in which Jerry was held in.
Exactly, yeah. And the players involved with these teams, we have the 92-93 league winning team represented, the 98 Cup team, 2005, the 2011-2017 league winning teams there. Fantastic memories that these players have provided us, yourself included, Cormac.
Brilliant. And it's good, the recognition just to get all the teams that were involved in the major trophies for the club to get them back together like this again. And no doubt I say the afters will be good fun as well. I think.
As I was saying to Decky there, I think the match is getting in the way of everyone catching up and kind of reminiscing.
Yeah, it's
you know?
true. But look, I know it's a great occasion, and absolutely a privilege to be involved to support Jerry's.
Yeah, and it is the green team who's settled a bit better here, and it's Stephen Napier down the left-hand side looking for movement in the box. Graham Cummins has his hand up. Goes back to Colin O'Brien, and now it's Dave Myler. Does he fancy a shot from there? He looks like he might fancy a shot. Come on, lads. Close it up. As Birmingham scampering, but the amount of space there, that red team is going to have to close that a bit faster, Cormac.
Not getting their legs. The legs aren't able, the body is.
Cormac, I'll let you get back down below. Thanks a million for talking to us, boy. Appreciate it. Yeah, 3 minutes gone here. Scoreless, funnily enough. And it's a fantastic occasion here at Turner's Cross, as Cormac was just mentioning there. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's just been brought to my attention that the green team might have 12 players on the pitch. Going to get that independently verified there. If we need some sort of proper football journalist to join us. Andrew Horgan, come down here to us and join us for some commentary there, please. Just want to get your analysis on this. Andrew Horgan from the Echo joins us here now on commentary. And Andrew, I suppose it's an unorthodox tactic, I suppose, like lining up with 12 players.
Yeah, it's very brave of the manager, right, to go with a 4-4-3 here.
Have they gone 4-4-3 or what? How are they approaching this now?
Yeah, it kind of seems that way, right? They have 4 at the back, 4 across the middle, and then we'll have 2 up front and then maybe 1 in the hole behind them. So it seems to be going for them well anyway because they're well on top.
All right, Andrew, thanks for that. We've got Johnny Glynn waiting to join us here now. Here at the game. Johnny, nice to meet you, boy. How are you?
Hi, Rory. Great to be here.
Yeah, fantastic stuff indeed, Johnny. Come here. It's great to see all the lads, I suppose, out on the pitch, and I suppose that competitive fire never leaves, does it?
No, it's a fantastic occasion. Seeing so many former players, such a good crowd here, such a fantastic occasion. Of course, for Tony Harris and the work that's gone into organising today it's been great for everybody, and to be able to honour Jerry Harris. And I suppose we're just breaking down the right wing here now. If we can get a goal.
Big swing in there, and Solly Cahill at the back stick, looking for options. He's got Dave Myler there, who's had a shot on goal already. Yeah. Myler looking for movement, not much of it, funnily enough. Colin O'Brien now, will he take a shot? There's a lot of space there for him if he wants it. Kind of has a big wall of red in front of him, closed down there by Conor O'Grady. And it's Myler again, looking for movement. 2 banks of 4 in front of him. Back to Myler again. He's got Napier and Cahill to his left. Cahill in the box. Napier again, looking for a bit of movement. Graham Cummins looking for it. Davin O'Neill, both hands up in the back stick. Lovely little ball in there by
Stevie,
him.
take a touch, son.
Stephen Napier, plenty of time.
Yeah, Stephen wouldn't be used to getting into the opposition box.
Johnny, when I talked about Jerry, I mean, like, what's the first thing I suppose that comes to mind when you think of Jerry Harris?
Okay, so I signed for Cork in 1992, and really I didn't really know anybody, and I arrived for training on a Saturday morning, and after training I didn't even know I was going to be staying. We used to train then on a Saturday morning and play on Sunday afternoon. Yeah. So Jerry Harris very kindly brought me back to his house, and I stayed with Jerry and Rose and the Harris family that night, and was well fed and everything. And from then on, the Harris house became my home in Cork. I never stayed in a hotel or anything like that. Every time I stayed in Cork, here we're in here. Graham Cummins is in.
He squares it all the way back. Davin O'Neill couldn't bring it a touch to bring it in.
Oh dear.
But that's the green team certainly looking the more lively of the teams here. Ollie Cahill on his weaker right foot, changes to his left, runs in. Danny Murphy just getting in the way there. Dave Hill tries to complete the clearance, and still the green team on the attack. Shot comes in over the bar. The green team certainly in the ascendancy here.
Yeah, we've done very well with possession so far, so hopefully it stays that way. But anyway, yeah, so that's how I got to know Jerry Harris. I became like an extra child in the house and was so well looked after. And I have to say that Jerry was a very, very unique person in that he was so kind. I've never seen him in a bad mood. Yeah. He was so generous, both to Cork City. I think he gave so much time, his personal time. At times he put Cork City ahead of his family and everything else in his life. He was a very, very committed man and a fabulous, fantastic family man. Here we go now.
Oh, Myler going all the way through. Can he finish?
Come on, Myler.
Just taking off his toe at the last second. Alan Bennett with that superb positioning. David Myler just breaking through there, parting that red team like it was the Red Sea. Myler looking very lively. Looks like he's still got it, doesn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. He's been there in the middle of the park and he's enjoying himself.
That's a lovely ball from Dennis Bean over to Darren Murphy on the far side. He's got Joe Gamble for support if he wants him. Murphy looking up, finds George O'Callaghan. Ball play back to O'Grady, takes the shot. Mick Devine's going to have that all day, every day. That story you were telling there about Jerry just shows you, I suppose, it epitomises Jerry, just that kindness and the warmness, and I suppose he would do anything for everyone.
Absolutely. He had so many roles in Cork City and saw so many bad times and helped the club to get through those times, and obviously experienced the rewards and the good times. And I suppose coming home on the bus, that's what players remember after winning games, and Jerry was a big part of that, the camaraderie, the spirit that epitomises any team. Yeah. Somebody like Jerry Harris.
Yeah, an incredible person. And I suppose, as you said, all the legends that are here today are here for him. And I can't imagine the players had to think long about it before they said yes to agree to come in. Danny Murphy got one in the face.
Oh, he's given a penalty. He's given a penalty.
He hasn't given the penalty, has he?
He's given a penalty. I think there was a handball. I don't see any objections from the young team.
Was that a handball from Danny Murphy? He tried to make it look like he got a hit in the face. Referee Graham Kelly pointing to the spot. Yeah. Davin O'Neill standing up to take this up against Stephen Birmingham.
I'd say, who's taking it? Oh, it's Jerry McCabe is stepping up.
Jerry McCabe stepping up.
Stephen Birmingham is in goal here, so hopefully we can see the first goal.
9 minutes on the clock.
Today.
Jerry McCabe steps up, sizes it up, left-footed. Sends Stephen Birmingham the wrong way. And we have our first goal. Jerry McCabe after 9.5 minutes. Green team 1, red team 0. McCabe celebrating that. He enjoyed that one. He certainly did indeed. Johnny, I'll let you go, boy. Thanks very much for joining us, and thanks for sharing your memories of Jerry. One 0 to the green team. The 92, 93, 98 cup winners. Kelvin. Good to meet you, boy. Joined by a Cork City legend, one of the finest penalty takers I've ever seen here at Turner's Cross, Mr. Kelvin Flanagan. Kelvin, how are you, boy?
Very good. Yeah, great to be here. Yeah, just very fitting for Jerry. You know, Jerry was a great man. He would have loved to see all the lads on the pitch. Great to see all the lads. Jerry was a brilliant man, brilliant person. Everything what Cork City was about is Jerry Harris, you know.
He certainly was, and a very kind man at time for everyone, and worked so hard for this club.
Unbelievably hard, and just I suppose the legacy there with Tony getting everybody together is great. Just to see everybody coming, people from Scotland, Galway, Dublin. Just it says everything about Jerry, really. You know, Jerry was a legend.
Everyone just leapt to be here, didn't they?
Absolutely.
Dropped everything.
Yeah, it's great. Do you know what? It's great. There's a crowd here. Pitch is good, and do you know what? Some of the lads are in decent shape, you know.
That competitive spirit never leaves, Kelvin.
No. Just look. I suppose even in the dressing room, listening to the lads, just all the stories over the years. Sure, we're like kids just looking to get back out into the pitch. You know what I mean? You know. But it's good.
And it's your team who started far better here as well, led by David Myler in the middle of the park.
In fairness to Myler and Stevie's done well. He's put some lovely balls through to Graham, who I thought should have finished the first one. But they're keeping the ball well. So look, hopefully get on the pitch and get a couple of minutes into the legs, and sure, it's a bit of fun anyway. Do you know what I mean?
You must be looking forward to getting back out there.
Yeah, just a bit of fun, and look, hopefully we can win because we're still competitive. You know, we don't want to be losing because Hilly will be slagging us at the end of the game.
And you don't want that because you'll never hear the end of it.
Oh no, definitely not. You know.
Yeah, and it's the green team now on the attack again. Napier on the left-hand side. He's got Graham Cummins back stick, and plenty of movement here now for the green team, and has to go backwards. There's Jerry McCabe spreading things around. He's got a wonderful left foot, doesn't he?
Jerry, I suppose look, it's just all natural to him. You know what I mean? He's just
never out of position, so he doesn't really have to run, you know what I mean? So that's all right.
You just look at Myler as well. He just picks up those little pockets in the middle of the pitch. Just knows exactly where to be, you know.
Yeah, he can still play, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I was talking to him inside. He's playing 5-a-side, but yeah, he could definitely play 11 aside. Just looking at him there, you know.
Lauren spreading the ball out to George O'Callaghan here. And Dennis Bean looking for it on the far side. George O'Callaghan nips it past Napier, but Ollie
Great work by Ollie, unbelievable. That's what Ollie did all his life, just up and down that left side, you know.
Workhorse, yeah. I remember being heartbroken when he left Cork City.
Absolutely.
Broke my heart.
Yeah, brilliant signing for Cork. Remember, he made his debut over in Temple Hill, over in Cork Con when we played Man City.
I was at that
Yeah,
game,
yeah, and then Quinny school guy, Niall Quinn was there, you know, and Ollie was brilliant that day, you know. Brian Barry Murphy played that day as well. But yeah, it's
fantastic to see Colin O'Brien here, of course, Ireland and Rage manager, and Derek Collin, another Cork City legend, winner of the 98 Cup final. That goal against Shelburne in the replay, that beautiful header.
yeah. Wasn't a bad cross neither by me, was it?
It wasn't bad at all.
I'm joking. Great ball. Go on, Bucks, put him in.
Luckily over on the far side of Bowden. Cummins on the move. Red team trying to play this offside trap, hasn't really been working so far, and you can't really play it when Graham Cummins still has that yard of pace. Buckley with the flick on. Birmingham with the save.
In fairness, we've played all the football. You know,
By far,
the lads have done really well.
Red team haven't been out of their own half.
No. That could change though with the subs that the red team have. Turner is still playing, you know, so they're all in good shape. Billy Woods.
Yeah, plenty of legends still to come on.
There is.
So it's going to be an absolutely cracking afternoon here at Turner's Cross. A reminder, if you are watching on Rebel Army TV on YouTube, you can purchase a non-attendance ticket. Proceeds from the game going to the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland. Visit corkcityfc.ie for details on how you can purchase the ticket. A very, very worthwhile cause, and a cause very close to the family of Jerry Harris, and we greatly appreciate you purchasing a non-attendance ticket. Now Cork's in the attack here again. Davin O'Neill up against Neil Horgan. What can he do?
Great run, Ali.
And I'll go for the first corner of the game. Was much talk of tactics now beforehand in the dressing room?
Just want to keep that. I don't want to give two secrets away. Dave's team talk was brilliant before the game.
I'd imagine. So just want to wait to see what the corner is here. Cal plays it short. Myler has got 3 in the box to aim for. He's going to wind up for a shot here, is he, surely? And that's attack is petered out. Kelvin, I'm going to let you back down to the lads. Thanks
Rory,
very much
thanks
for
a
joining
million.
us.
Yeah. On all the best. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Really
all right?
appreciate it, boy.
George,
I know we've got to wait here for this, actually. George O'Callaghan up against Stephen Napier. He flicks it over. Napier with the handball. Advantage is played. And surely that has to come back for a free kick. Damien Delaney comes back in and he awards the free kick in the end. Thanks, Kelvin. We're joined here now by Tony Harris, son of the late Jerry Harris. Tony, first off, it's not been a bad game so far.
Yeah, I mean it's probably a little bit more even because the Reds don't realise that the Greens have an extra number, but don't say it.
They still have 12 on the pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah.
10. Yeah, they still have 12 on the pitch. Yeah, so that's where the imbalance is coming from. Surprised nobody's noticed it, or Graham Kelly hasn't noticed it. I'm sure his father Pat will have a few stern words with him afterwards.
Well, Graham Kelly was informed about it before the game, but it's Greg O'Halloran is the one that seems to be in the dark.
All right, steps up here. Dave Hill with the free kick, left-footed from the training ground here. And I say the training ground probably the first couple of minutes before the match kicked off. But yeah, that's free kick straight into Mick Devine's hands. Mick Devine, too good a goalkeeper. He's not going to let a ball like that drop. It's great to see such a crowd here for your dad here today, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, it was an absolute pleasure organising it over the last couple of weeks, and all the conversations with all the old faces, and it's a real who's who of anybody who was involved not only in Cork City but in Cork football down through the years. So I was saying earlier that my only regret in the whole thing is that there isn't a game to organise next week.
It's been a fantastic occasion so far, and we've only had 16 minutes gone. Green team leading by a goal to nil thanks to that Jerry McCabe penalty. Bowden tries to whip one into the box, and it's cut out there by Joe Gamble, who looks like he could still be playing at a very, very high level if he wanted to. And the Green team certainly settled the better here in this game. But so many legends have come out for your dad today, and it's a testament to how well loved your dad was that everyone just dropped everything and came here today.
Yeah, you know, it's, as I said, it's been a pleasure organising it, and you know, he filled a lot of different capacities and different teams and different versions of Cork football down through the years. But the interesting thing from the conversations in the last few weeks was that people said that more than anything else he was a confidant to younger players, and people came back from England at a young age, or people that were coming from different clubs and were new to the city. He gave them a bed, he gave them a meal, he gave them a rub down, he gave them a friendly word of advice, he gave them a bit of gear, he gave them a lift here and there, got him accommodation, and you know, there was a lot of very good personal relationships, ever aside from the actual football end of things.
Exactly. We just had Johnny Glynn up a few moments ago, and he said he practically lived with you, like, you know, when he moved down here. And
he did. I learned a lot from Johnny Glynn at the age of 14, 15, 16. Some good stuff, some bad stuff. But yeah, he was just a part of the family, and that's the way Dad was. He just, you know, he had his own family, he had his football family, and you know, they were all treated with the same dignity, respect and regard as his own wife and his son and his daughter.
Richmond on the attack now. George O'Callaghan, fantastic seeing him back at Turner's Cross and in his pomp as he tries to play it in there for Conor O'Grady, but it's just intercepted there. Derek Collin plays the big ball over here towards Davin O'Neill.
It was Beckenbauer-esque.
Quality. Davin just trips up a little bit. Opening up a bit here now for Cork City, and that's played in the back stick. And that's surely a penalty there, and that is going to be the second penalty. Oh, went out for a corner. That looked like a penalty to me, Tony.
Yeah, it was a penalty, but I think you know, it's a sad thing to say, but Graham is obviously feeling sorry for the Reds. They were tipped to be the favourites, but they're not really at the races.
Both squads so strong on paper, and it is the Green team who have settled here. The Green team, of course, representing the 92-93 league and 98 cup winners, although we've had a bit of a mix of players here. They look to add to that one goal lead that they have, thanks to that Jeremy Kay penalty. Beautiful ball played in there. Lovely cross cutter in by Paul Bowden, but it's cut out. And it's Dennis Bean. Lovely touch from Dennis. Plays it on to George O'Callaghan. Damien Delaney up against Georgie. Georgie pings one forward. What a ball that is. Is that Alan Bennett all the way up there?
So it is a strong both two strong teams on paper, just very old paper.
Joe Gamble now trying to get things going here for City. City have abandoned all shape here and all formation. They've pumped everyone forward. Gray out to Georgie, who's been on the ball a lot for the Red team, unsurprisingly. Gambling, O'Callaghan back together again. Fantastic to see it. Lovely football there, and just cut out at the wrong minute there as the Red team tried to advance. And back to McDivine. That's a dangerous one. Danny Murphy thought he was in there. Derek Collin in there to tidy up, as he's done so often here at Turner's Cross throughout the years, and it's played forward again. Graham Cummins, who's been a thorn in the side of the Red team. Big switch over to Davin O'Neill. That's a lovely ball. What can he do from here? Back to Myler. Will he shoot? Myler will shoot. And that is half time here at Turner's Cross. Green team leading by a goal to nil. Jerry McKay's penalty after 9 minutes. The difference between the sides. Tony, we'll let you go. We'll talk to you there in a second.
Thank you very much.
Tony Harris joining me there, son of the legendary Jerry Harris. We're taking a break for a couple of minutes. Lads need some fluids after that. It's been a fairly intense 20 minutes. Very enjoyable 20 minutes. Very entertaining 20 minutes. But the Red team have it all to do against the 12 men of the Green team. Can they come back? We will see. All right, we are back and we are joined by a bona fide Cork City legend, Mr. Bobby Tambling. Bobby, how are you, sir? It's been not a bad opening 20 minutes, I suppose.
No, the lads are doing well. They're playing Monday football, aren't they? They're keeping the ball, passing the ball about very well. And I'll tell you something, for the age they look from the stand, they're doing damn brilliant.
It's not bad. It's not been bad.
And I think they're enjoying themselves. They look as though they're enjoying themselves. And it's an interesting game, very interesting.
It's
and I hope they feel, happy about being there, for someone like Jerry, because Jerry was great for the club.
Yeah, I mean, he did so many roles in the club, didn't he, Bobby? And he was just Mr. Cork football, I suppose.
Yeah, and the support that's come here today really shows how much the people thought of Jerry.
Yeah.
And the good things that it's already done,
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, when I say the name Jerry Harris to you, I suppose what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Pardon?
When I say Jerry Harris to you, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Such a guy, nice guy to meet, and I went on tour with them when they went to America, and. What a tour that was. That beat anything Chelsea ever gave us.
I say there's some stories from that tour, I'd say, was there?
There were some funny stories come out, but no, it was great. And the lads, the whole lot of the team really enjoyed themselves, and enjoyed playing in America, because it was a different time again for us.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Second period's about to get underway here. It's been a good game, even though the Green team have had 12 players for the first 20 minutes, which has led to their 1-0 lead at the break. But it's great to see so many Cork City legends here, as you mentioned.
I tell you, a lot of them had not lost the skill that they had when they were a bit younger, and that's brilliant, and it must be a great achievement for them to be here and doing what they're doing, for Jerry, And, we mustn't forget those things and those people, for what they've given to us in the past.
Yeah, exactly. And no better tribute for Jerry than all these legends to come out and to perform here at Turner's Cross. And it's great to see so many Cork City players, so many Cork City legends back out here at Turner's Cross again. And Damien Delaney in there to tidy things up and take things away. Bobby, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thanks for sharing your memories of Jerry, and enjoy the rest of the game.
Sorry?
Enjoy the rest of the game, Bobby. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you
really
very much for
it.
inviting us.
Talk about legends. You talk about legends. What about that? Bobby Tambling here, Turner's Cross. Cork City's first ever manager. Chelsea legend here at Turner's Cross to watch the game today. Absolutely fantastic to see Bobby and see Bobby in such good health as well. Absolutely fantastic indeed. Let's City on the attack again. Johnny Glynn is in. Anthony Buckley's in. And that's well claimed by Birmingham there. It's coming to tidy things up. And delighted to be joined by Cork City's Cian Coleman. Flick on that mic there, Cian, is it on? Yeah. This has been good fun so far, isn't it?
Very good, yeah. Good to see the legends playing, all right.
And they're in here now. O'Grady's in. Can he take? You're not going to beat Mick Devine with a shot like that. Insulting. It's been a good game so far. The Green team had 12 players for the first 20 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They still have 12 players on. That might be the reason why they're winning 1-0. It's a good tactic, you have to say, being employed.
Yeah, the Greens are dominating the teams since the first half, really. Joe Campbell's doing all right in the middle, though. I've been kind of player cam on him. He's been doing well.
He looks like he can still play, couldn't he?
Definitely, yeah. There's a few fellas out there that are kind of running the show, but yeah.
Yeah, you can see the likes now of Dave Moyle. You can just see the class, the likes of Myler, when he gets on the ball.
Yeah, he still has it clearly. You see him, he's nearly running the pitch there in the first half, so.
Mark Herrick is in for the Green team as well. It's a who's who of Cork City legends here today. And it's been fantastic to see. And all out for Jerry Harris, who I know we talked about before, Cian, and Jerry's such a legend around this club and around football, and I know he probably signed you to the club, I'd say, did he?
Yeah, club legend. I think when I was 16, I was in Holland.
Georgie's in here. Can they get back? Can Georgie finish? Oh, just past the post. He delayed and delayed and delayed. Mick Devine just did enough, and he's laughing at Georgie there. Can you see it? He's laughing at Georgie for missing that. But as I say, look, Jerry, like you talk about Cork City legends, there's nothing bigger than Jerry, really.
Yeah, definitely legend, like you said. But yeah, when I was 16, signing from everything for Cork City, I remember I went to his house, like, and look, since then he's helped me loads, like, and I think everyone in the club can say that about him. Look, he's a great fella, like, and like you said, a club legend, like. So look, this it's great to have this from, like, and it's great that everyone's turned out as well.
Well, absolutely. City trying to go too clear here. That's well tied up by super Kevin Murray.
Cummins.
And Graham Cummins still has it. 1 flick, 2 flicks. Tries to get back in, and Kevin Murray puts that out, and that'll be a corner for the Green team, who are trying to stress their numerical advantage here in this second period. 1-0 they lead, thanks to that Jerry McCabe penalty in the first half. And who's going to take this corner? It's Anthony Buckley over this side. Going to float one in. Damien Delaney's moving, he wants it. That's straight into the hands of Stephen Birmingham. Just looking back at last night, Cian, I know you didn't play, but look, I suppose Longford, we saw even when you beat them 4-1 down here how good a team they were, and I suppose they proved that again last night. They're a very solid team.
Yeah, they made it difficult for us down here. You know, it was 4-1, like, but like you said, they done well down here. But last night, it was frustrating for us. Look, we didn't lose the game, but look, I suppose we got a point. Like, but look, we would rather come away with the 3 points, but it was a set piece that we conceded from, so we weren't happy from that. But look, there's still a long way to go yet. We're only a point behind, like, and look, we back ourselves, like, so. Just need to bounce back next week, which I'm confident we will do. Like, so look, we've big games coming up, like, so we're ready for it. Like, but look, obviously it's disappointing last night, like.
Yeah, it should be, and it's going to be a cracking occasion here at Turner's Cross on Friday. It always is when you play Cove Ramblers. They'll have a new manager after Darren Murphy was part of companies with the club yesterday, and can they make it 2 here? Graham Cummins can. It looks like he might have been offside.
He's giving it, does he?
Yeah, Ed McNally here on the near side, making it 2-0. Nice tight little finish there from Graham Cummins. But look, Friday night's going to be a huge game here. Huge crowd here at Turner's Cross, as there always is for Cork derbies. It's going to be brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, massive. Look, obviously the break, we haven't had a home game in a while, like, so all the lads are looking forward to it. And look, there'll be a big crowd, like there always is, like, and the fans will be there to cheer us on, like they always are. Like, so look, it's just up to us to bounce back and get back to winning ways. Like, so I'm confident we'll do that. So looking forward to it now. Yeah,
it should be an absolute cracker here. A lot of work here now for the red team to get back in.
Yeah, it's a long way to go here.
Dennis being controlling things here, and I suppose it's always hard to play against 12.
I know, yeah.
I don't know, Grady, now.
Yeah, that is an advantage, all right.
A slight one, you'd imagine. Georgie, can he make something happen here? Flicks the ball through. Can we make it 2-1? Oh, just narrowly wide.
They've had chances, like.
They've had chances. Georgie O'Callaghan, beautiful flick over. Conor O'Grady running onto it. Mick Devine beaten just past the post. They've had their chances to get back into the game. But still, they trail 2-0. Cian, it's been a pleasure, buddy. Talk to you in a week. Cheers, bye. 2-0 now to the Green team. I'm delighted, absolutely thrilled to be joined by their manager, Mr. Dave Barry. Dave, first off, I need to talk to you about tactics. What was your thinking in playing 12 players?
Is there 12 players out there? I never knew that.
Yeah, that's, I mean, as strategies go, I mean, like, it's a good tactic.
Well, I think everybody, a lot of the lads I played were in the 80s. We had to do that. I think it's going to be, they have to get in a goal back here, I think.
Yeah, Georgie in makes it 2-1. Dennis
I just say that if I was playing with 11 players, we could be really in trouble. So I think everybody's enjoying it anyway. That's the main thing.
It's been really great to see all these legends back in the pitch, and like a lot of players still have it, don't they?
Well, it's great, and you know, for me personally, to see Jerry McCabe coming over for you know, just from Scotland, and you know, Jerry won the league title with us in the RDS many years ago, and Jerry told me as I picked him, I says, Jerry, you're first on the team sheet, and he told me he had two hip replacements the last number of years. So,
and he was still running the show out there.
Yeah, he's after getting his goal. He's delighted with that. So look, hopefully nobody gets injured and keep enjoying it.
It's great, I suppose, for you, I suppose, and all the rest of the players to catch up with fellas you haven't seen for years.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and I think I think when Jerry Harris's name was mentioned to all of us, when Tony Harris and Mickey Harris got onto us and asked us would we be available, it was it was straight away. Everybody was delighted to turn up for this, and it's great because Jerry gave so much to the club. It's unbelievable. He was a man that stayed in the background, didn't like the limelight, but he was always there for us, for every one of the players, and I don't think anybody had a bad word to say about him.
And Tony's done such a fantastic job in organising this. It's a fantastic tribute to his dad.
It is totally, and when you look at Jerry Harris, he goes right back into the 60s and the 70s and the like. I remember him as a 17-year-old up in my house, with Nola Manny trying to get me to play League of Ireland soccer. So I go way back with him, and it's fantastic to see all these players out there, in his memory.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and it's been a fantastic day. And money raised today going to the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland, and Graham Cummins is in here, and that's well tidied up there, and that attack just sniffed up. If you are watching on Rebel Army TV on YouTube, you can purchase a non-attendance ticket for €5 on corkcityfc.ie. Supports and proceeds of the game going to the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland. Would greatly appreciate it if you are watching to go online and buy a ticket, as Dave Barry's 92, 93, 98 team here try to stem the tide. The red team's certainly back in the ascendancy here, Dave. What was the talk at half-time? What was the team talk at half-time?
A lot of the players couldn't talk, so they were out of breath. But it's all about, it's great that it's a nice dry day for these lads. If it was raining, a lot of them would be in trouble. But it's nice to see them out there and enjoying themselves, and looking forward to having a couple of points with these lads afterwards and sitting down and reminiscing.
That'll be a fantastic occasion a little bit later on. Dave, thanks for that. Let's get back
no
to the
problem.
touchline.
Cheers.
You're going to sneak on a 13-player, Dave, or are you going to stick with a 12?
If I can get away with 15, I would, but see how it goes.
Dave Barry there, talk about Cork City legends, and just legends everywhere here today. You talk about Cork City legends, they don't come much bigger than Dave Barry. League winner in 93. League Cup winners, manager in 98, and of course, Cork footballer, some renowned All-Ireland winner. And a man who's pioneering the tactic of playing 12 in a game. Graham Cummins looking for movement here. Johnny Glenn, can he find him? Johnny Glenn spoons one over the left-hand side. Super Kev tidies that up nicely. Billy Woods in for Georgie. And the offside flag goes up on the far side. Ken Hennessy with his flag up. Not too sure about that one. It's Flanagan. Herrick. Delaney. Meet Damon Delaney on the big red bench in Cork's FM yesterday. It's great to hear him. Johnny Glynn. And joined by another Cork City legend, Mr. Derek Collin. Close to the selfie. How was it out there? Yeah, we're on. How was it out there?
It was very fast-paced. We were flying around the place. Did it look like that on the stream? No. It was great. It was great to be out there with all the buddies, all the lads that would have battled with in the past.
Yeah. And it's still in the balance here as the red team look to equalise here. It's
Woodsy.
Billy Woods on the far side. City trying to move the ball around. Dennis Behan still has
Fancies
all the
it.
touches, doesn't he?
Oh.
Straight at Damien Delaney. Mick Devine will tidy that up. You went into a deserved 2-0 lead, I suppose, and I suppose not surprising considering you had 12 players, but
None of us knew that.
an interesting tactic by Dave to go up with 12 in fairness, wasn't it?
He's years at it.
It's fantastic to see so many legends here and all coming together for Jerry. I can't imagine any of you had to think twice when the call came in.
No, we've been looking forward to this for a long time. It's been Jerry was a big presence for all of us in the club. You know, coming from young lads and until we all retired. You know, he was a huge part of it, and he was ever present. I said Dennis Bean.
No, you're not going to meet Mick Devine with that.
But it's just with the minute we heard, everyone couldn't wait for this to come and to mark it, you know, because we always have so much time for Jerry, and fair play to the family for putting this on. You know, it's a fantastic occasion to mark Jerry's anniversary. It's
Father's Day today anyway, and very apt time for it.
Yeah.
And Tony has put an awful lot of work in getting this together. The offside flag's gone up on this near side. Graham Cummins just straying offside. Johnny Glynn not happy with that at all. Giving it McNally certainly dog's abuse here on the near side. He just flag up early though. And now the red team trying to get back into this and trying to restore parity.
The Reds look on top, don't they, Ro? They're fresher. I think they were saving a few of their
great ball there by Dennis being cut out by Dave Ludzik. Representing his father Alec, of course. Numerical advantage though counting here for the Green team. You've got the likes of Dave Myler, who looks like he could still be playing at a very high level if he wanted to. Kevin Murray is getting in there, and Dave Hill. It might be a charity testimonial game, but not for Dave Hill, I'd imagine, Derek, is it? In his head, it's the cup final.
I think a lot of those players, I think, put them over the white line, and they want to win whatever. If it was Tiddlywinks or a game of Alleys, you know, all of those lads want to win whenever they play, especially Dave Hill.
Yeah. And just tied it up there, and it's Joe Gamble tidying things up here and trying to drive things forward, trying to make something happen here. Takes a little bit too much out of it, this Joe, and turns away from Damon Delaney. Nice little drag back there by the Toker Terrier. Now City looking to attack again.
Nice ball.
Nice ball over to the far
Killian
side.
Orden.
Killian Orden over on the far side.
Kevin Murray, is it?
Georgie looking for it. It's a nice ball played across to Georgie, and Mick Devine, for a man approaching 60, was down to get that and tied it up. Tied it up, he did. Must be great for you to be back at Turner's Cross, I suppose, and playing at Turner's Cross again.
It's fantastic. Every time we come, last time it was Alan Bennett's testimonial, and you wouldn't do anything from one end of the year to the next, but the minute you come out, you get back to your head thinks you can still do it, and the legs start going like jelly. But I thought I'd well outpaced Dennis Bean, but he still has a bit of a pace.
Oh, is that Damon Delaney tripping on the turf? He's let George Cannon in. This has to be 2-all, surely. Ah, come on.
Mick Devine like that.
You're never going to beat him. Derek, I'm going to let you go, buddy. Down there. Thanks for that, boy. Thanks for talking to us. That should have been. Should have been. 2-1. Liam, how are you, boy? Delighted to be joined by Cork City legend Liam Murphy. Liam, this has been enjoyable, hasn't it?
It is, yeah. It's good fun. It's great to see some of the lads. Jerry McCabe, I haven't seen him in a long time.
And he was running the show when he was on the first half, wasn't he?
Yeah, he got the penalty and everything. So it's great to see him though, after all these years.
Yeah, it's great to see, and it's fantastic to see so many legends come here for Jerry Harris, which is the reason why we're all here. And Jerry was such a legend and did so much for this club and for Cork football as a whole, Liam.
Yeah, Jerry was actually signed me in the Terry Delaney era. I think it was around 80.
Yeah.
I say I was about 18 or 19, and so I know Jerry's all that long as well. And I played with a team called Cork United, and Jerry was the chairman of that team. So happy memories, and he was involved in bringing me back from Limerick as well. So
yeah,
and he was also a very good secretary as well for a while.
Yeah, the work he did around the club was just Trojan work, wasn't it?
He in fairness to the guy, he knew his job inside out, and it got kind of complicated after a while being a secretary, because everything was kind of how would you say, UEFA,
yeah,
guidelines and all. But Jerry was spot on most of the time, in fairness.
That's most of the time, all the time. Yeah. And I don't think I ever saw the man in bad form. He always had a smile on his face and always did his utmost to make everyone happy and to get everything done for them.
He did, Jerry everything was always spot on. He was very professional at his job, and he was also a very decent guy.
George is in here. Can he make it 2? Squares it, and there it is.
Conor O'Grady, is it?
Conor O'Grady, 2 apiece. Yeah. Nice stuff from Georgie, who's been the Red Team's most likely player. He looks like he could still play, to be honest, couldn't he? A few of them could.
Joe Gamble looks fit as well, so
yeah.
And Alan Carey over there, so that's
yeah.
Good back four there, wasn't it? Over there?
Very, very solid indeed, you have to say.
There's Danny Murphy there. He played, Danny Murphy can play anywhere, of course.
Yeah. Fantastic. Dave Hill with that competitive spirit that's never left Dave, I don't think.
No, he wants to win. No doubt.
The red team, I suppose, working hard here. They are up against a numerical disadvantage, and at the green team at 12.
That was Dave's tactic.
It was a great tactic, in fairness, like, you know what I mean?
Anthony Cale.
Really just wayward pass there from him. But I suppose it's a testament to Jerry as well, Liam, that all these players are here. Everyone just dropped everything and just said, yeah, no bother. I don't think anyone had to think twice.
In fairness, as I said, Jerry, and of course there's Eamon O'Keefe there as well, travelled over. So Eamon was a very good player, as you remember him. Yeah, he was a very good player. And just had an injury, finished him prematurely. But, he did quite well. I think Eamon was the manager when we won our first trophy, the League Cup.
Yeah.
Don't ask me the year now. But
Sure, there'll be some statisticians who'll be able to tell us that.
Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic to see so many legends here and all raising.
I mean, you have a couple of internationals as well. People forget that, you know.
It's loads of
Senior internationals.
There's Damien Delaney there. There's Dave Myler. There's Alan Bennett. There's Joe Gamble. A lot of players who probably should have had an international cap as well, Liam.
Yeah, that's true.
There's one of the internationals, Dave Myler.
Johnny Glynn is there as well. Always a good servant for Cork City.
Big time, yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Mark Herrick, of course, stalwart for Cork City.
Mark Herrick's father is here as well, John Herrick.
Yeah.
Of course, John Herrick was a full international as far as I remember as well.
Plenty of talent out here now. Danny Murphy looks like he's eyeing this one up, Liam, does he?
He's going to chance it. Nick's doing well, though. Nick's doing well.
He's not doing bad, is he? I mean, like, again, another player who looks like he could be playing at a high level. He's playing with Cove Wanderers until recently enough. Georgie takes it, it's over the bar. Conor Brady's off.
Still looks fit, Conor, in fairness.
Does, doesn't he? A lot of them do.
I don't know the last, though.
High pace game, right, isn't it? This has been great out here at Turner's Cross. Coming up on that 20 minutes gone in the second period here. It's two apiece. Dave Hill cuts that out. Kelvin Flanagan, the best penalty takers I've ever seen.
He really missed, in fairness.
No, I always buried him in the side netting. He was brilliant. Dave Ludzik, Mark Herrick. Kelvin Flanagan looking for his cut off by Billy Woods. Liam, I'll leave you to it. Thanks very much for joining us. Thanks for talking to us about Jerry. It's Liam Murphy. And joined by another legend here, Mr. Stephen Napier. The selfie in first. What was it like playing out there, Steve?
Fantastic. Listen, you're meeting all your old friends and people that you've been in dressing rooms for such a long time, and it's just great to be all back together, and particularly for Jerry Harris.
Yeah, fantastic. I suppose when I say the name Jerry Harris to you, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
I suppose I just think that you could not buy a man like Jerry Harris in any club, and all the money that floats around football clubs and everything, and you hear about it in the Premiership. Money cannot buy a Jerry Harris for what he does. I came to the club as a young lad, and I still came back to the Turner's Cross, and when Jerry was still involved long after I left, and he's such a stable part of the club, and lovely man, lovely family. Jerry was at my wedding when I was married in Clonmel, and just fun memories.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I suppose it's a testament to Jerry that all ye legends are here, and I'd imagine when you got the call, you didn't have to think twice.
No, I didn't, never. And when I look at Jerry McCabe coming from Scotland, and Mick Conroy and Johnny Glynn coming down, Mark Kerr coming from Galway, people would have travelled from wherever to come, and I would have done the same myself, just because he gave so much, and it was so wonderful to everybody. When I came to the club, I was 18 years of age, and he put the arm around you. I was working with a manager, Nolan Manny, at the time, and Jerry was a great balance in between that young players coming in and that seniority around the club.
Fantastic stuff. Just on the game itself, what was it like being back up in the Cross?
That was fantastic. Listen, I'm
Yourself and Ollie Cahill on the left-hand side of the old
Ollie Cahill outside me and Damien Delaney inside me, so you couldn't be in safer hands with either of those either side. Yeah,
it's been a great day, great occasion. To a piece at half-time. I'm going to let you go back into the dressing rooms. Just one thing. Dave Barry's tactic of playing 12. It's a bold tactic, but it looks like it was paying off.
I could only count 11. That's all I can say. We've been told to stick to our party line. Okay.
Steve, pleasure talking to you, mate. Thanks for joining us. Stephen Napier there joining us. And what has been a cracking afternoon so far. And look, plenty more to come in the next 40 minutes here at Turner's Cross in the Jerry Harris testimonial here. Don't forget, if you are watching online on Rebel Army TV, thank you very much for joining us so far. But we're trying to raise money for the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland here this afternoon, and if you're watching on the stream, you can buy a non-attendance ticket. Go to corkcitysc.ie to donate €5, and proceeds will go to the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland. We've raised a lot of money today. We'd like to raise some more, so please go to corkcitysc.ie and purchase a non-attendance ticket to honour a great man, a legendary man, a hero of a man, Mr. Jerry Harris. We'll be back for the second half. It's been entertaining stuff so far. Really enjoyed it, and I hope you have too. We'll be back for the second half very shortly. All right, we are back live at Turner's Cross for the second half of the Legends game, the Jerry Harris testimonial. And yeah, it's been a good game so far. 2 apiece. The green team representing the 92-93 league and winners and the 98 Cup winners, and the red team representing the 2005, the 2011, the 2017 league winners. It's been very, very good stuff indeed. Joined by one of Cork's most legendary athletes and presenter of Breakfast on Red FM, Mr. Rob Everton.
Hey Rory, how are you, boy?
Good to see you, boy. This has been good crack, hasn't it?
Brilliant. They're getting better as it goes on. The cobwebs are shaked off, and the quality of the football is good at a slower pace, but it's still good, isn't it?
And some amount of legends out there as well. I mean, like the amount of players out there, the amount of quality is out there, and a lot of players who could still be playing at a high level if they wanted to.
Yeah, sure, Miller's flying around there. I think it's nostalgic for fellas our age, isn't it, to look back at the older players. It's great to see, and a lovely occasion as well, and a lovely tribute to Jerry as well, who is such a legend in Cork City and Cork sport, and such a gent as well,
Yeah, he certainly was an absolute icon for Cork City. Who are you keeping an eye on in the first half? I mean, who caught your eye in the first half?
Miller was good. Derek Collins still can play.
Colossus.
Georgie was handy, wasn't he? He was good. Who else?
So many legends out there.
So many there. Yeah. But the keepers were good. They've put on a few pounds, but we all have, I suppose.
We certainly have, yeah. But yeah, it's been a great occasion, and if you are joining us for the second half on Rebel Army TV on YouTube, don't forget you can purchase a non-attendance ticket. Proceeds from the game going to the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland. You can get your tickets, non-attendance tickets, corkcityfc.ie for that. Fantastic stuff indeed. See Paul Deasy there, who's for some reason listed among the legends. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Waving at the crowd like he's a celebrity. Oh, if he comes on, he's getting slated. Absolutely slated. But yeah, it's 2 apiece. The green team had 12 in the first half. Interesting tactic employed by Dave Barry. I'm going to see if they still have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Looks like they're still going with 12. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Got to see if it's going to pay off for them. And red, I think it's only 11 in red. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Well, it's 10 at the moment. Is there 11?
Boy and Davy Barry are getting in their protein shakes at half time, are they?
That's it, some pints at half time. It's been absolutely fantastic to see it. See Bobby Tamling there in conversation with Cahill, who's back from.
Bobby actually played against Cahill's granddad under 15. Ireland played England under 15, and Bobby put about 5 past Mick, and he pulled them on it years later in the Silver Key. So that's what they're probably chatting about now. So Mick marked Bobby that day.
And we're back underway here now. 2 apiece in what has been a great day to honour a legend. That is Jerry Harris. But Cahill got on fantastically well in Italy, and with Milan, a fantastic learning experience for him.
Brilliant, yeah. And the Italians came in. They're buying him from City now. I think it'll be done by tomorrow. So he's no longer a Cork City player on loan at AC Milan. He's going to be full official AC Milan player now. So it's lovely for him to come back here as well, because his heart's still in City, and he'd still watch all of the games every week and watch you every week, Rory, on the box over,
Yeah. It's a fantastic experience and a fantastic chance for him, I suppose, and going over at such a young age as well, gives him time to ingrate into the culture and learn Italian and stuff like that. So it's a huge
brilliant opportunity just to be a full-time sportsman as well at that age, and just living the life of just training, sleeping, eating. He's living the dream, and he loves it. He loves it over there. So happy days as long as he keeps enjoying it.
Yeah,
keep trucking on.
We might get him for a chat in there. He's actually coming in here now, so we'll grab Cahill there now. We'll swap one Heffernan for another.
I'm getting fired. I'm going down the pecking order.
Thanks, Rob. Cahill Heffernan joins me now for this tribute match for Jerry Harris. First off, on the match itself, Cahill, it's not been bad, has it?
No, it's been very good. In fairness, I've enjoyed it so far. Seeing all my ex-coaches now and stuff like that, it's brilliant.
It's been absolutely fantastic stuff. Tell us about the Italian experience and playing for Milan and putting on that famous red and black jersey.
Oh, it's been brilliant. Words can't describe how I feel about it. It's just suit me to the ground. The culture, the weather, everything. I just loved since I got over there, I just loved every second of it, and I don't take any days for granted. I'm just working hard and just getting better every day.
What was, I suppose, the style of football like in comparison to here and that?
Yeah, it's very different. I think the football in kind of Ireland and England is very like fast-paced, and I think in Italy it's just a lot more tactical.
Ooh, nice effort there from Kelvin Flanagan.
Yeah.
Go on.
But it's very different. Like, I just think the way the Italians play, they have their own style, and it's just you have to adapt to that. And it's just simple as.
And how did you fit into that then? I mean, like, did you find it an easy process to adapt to that, or how?
Yeah, it was easy. To be fair, like, it was difficult at the start. The first kind of 2 weeks was hard, but then once I adapted to it, then it was just second nature.
Yeah, exactly. And how is the Italian coming along? Did you learn the language?
Yeah.
I imagine you learned the curse words first, and the rest followed, did it?
Yeah, it did. In fairness, but no, it's like I think. It was hard at the start, as I said, because you're going into a new environment. You don't know the language, but no, it's like now I can speak a good bit. I understand a lot, so it's getting easier every day.
I saw a photograph of you and Paolo Maldini. That must have been something else, was it?
Amazing, yeah. Just what an iconic photo and what an iconic person to be with,
Yeah, he's incredible. Like, he is Mr. AC Milan, isn't he?
Yeah, he's literally down to the ground. If you think of AC Milan, he's just the first person that comes to mind, isn't it?
And your dad was just saying there that it looks like that you'll be extending your stay at Milan and that they're going to come in and make you an AC Milan player, which is just dream stuff.
It's cream on the cake, really, isn't it? But I know it's delighted to hear kind of news like that. So just hopefully now I can get back over for pre-season and just keep working hard.
Yeah, and I suppose big chance there to make it 3-2 at the back stick. Dennis Behan has now come on goal for Cork City, and they've gone on with 2 goalkeepers, which is an interesting tactic here for the red team. 2 goalkeepers. You got Stephen Birmingham, who's given Dennis his right-hand glove. And now both teams have 12 players. Joe Gamble coming off. He looks like he doesn't want to come off. But 2 goalkeepers. Interesting tactic. I'm not sure I've ever seen this in a game, Carl, have you?
Never. No, this is the first time now. Maybe do you think they'll try score?
Might take off, yeah. So now we have 12 players on the pitch. I wouldn't be surprised if every player is on the pitch by the end of this game. It's been that kind of day so far, but it's been thoroughly enjoyable stuff. Just going back to your own Italian experience, I suppose, with your mum and dad being elite athletes, it must be fantastic to have them to fall back on for advice and stuff like that.
Oh, definitely. You can pick up the phone at any time and they're always willing to help. And it's just been brilliant because, you're living in a different country on your own. Yeah. And it's just so easy to pick up the phone to them if you're having any problems, and they'll tell you straight out, because they're your parents. But they've been really good help.
And I saw your uncle John down below, who played, of course, for Cork City with Coventry, a fine centre half as well. He must be a great man to get advice from.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah, he's only home for a few days as well, so it's nice because we're all back home and we're able to chat about stuff, so it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's fantastic stuff indeed. He's down there below talking to Jason Gabia as we speak.
Any sign of a goal?
I know, 2 apiece here so far. Jason Gabia looks like he'd still be out on the pitch, to be perfectly honest. As George O'Callaghan looks to make things happen here. He's gone past 1, he's gone past 2. Graham Cummins now playing centre half is in there to tidy things up. And Stephen Birmingham, who's out there acting as a sweeper now. Dennis Bean in that bright orange kit. Mick Conroy trying to make things happen here in the middle of the park for the green team. Is that Paul Deasy who's come on for the red team? Did I miss that? Paul Deasy on in the middle of the park, for some reason listed as a club legend. Ball passing him by as the game passes him by. No surprise there for Paul Deasy. Spectator in the middle of the park. No wonder they've got 12 on the pitch now. He actually completed a pass there, Willem Paul.
Chance here for the Reds.
Yeah, George O'Callaghan marching forward to get Billy Woods left. He finds him. George is top of the box if he can get it back. There's a true miler, and that's cut out, and that'll go for... Did it go for a corner kick? It didn't. Fantastic stuff. So when are you heading back to Italy, or is that still up in the air, Cathal?
To be honest, I don't actually know the exact date yet, but we just got sent a kind of a pre-season program there, so I'll probably do that for the next few weeks. And I'd say it's probably another month at home, maybe midway through July we'll probably go back. So.
Excellent, Carl. Pleasure talking to you, buddy. And if I'm not talking to you, best of luck in Italy again.
Cheers,
right?
Thanks.
Carl Everett in there, and his dad Rob joining us on the commentary duties for the Jerry Harris testimonial. Joined now by the manager of the red team, and I've got plenty of questions for Mr. Greg O'Halloran. First off, you see George O'Callaghan makes it 3-2, takes the shot, goes through Mick Devine's hands. He gives Georgie a look. Georgie gives Mick a look to say, Mick should have saved that one. 3-2 to the red team. And whatever tactical switches Greg O'Halloran has made at half-time seems to be bearing fruit. The biggest switch, I suppose, Greg, is your decision to play 2 goalkeepers. Can you talk us through your thought process there for that one?
It's a new tactic we're after coming up with now. Actually, the two of them look like Teletubbies, really, don't they? Now we learned that from Dolan there years ago. He was going to say, you can play with 2 goalkeepers. It'd be great, wouldn't it? It'd be fantastic. You'd definitely try and keep a clean sheet, But
Rebel Army, eh?
Rebel Army, eh? It was fantastic. Fantastic, everybody here today. The Rebel Army family, and the Horace family. Excellent, So having a great day here, Rory. How are you, anyway?
I'm good, Pat. I'm good. It's been a great day so far. So many legends here, Greg. It's fantastic to see. And a lot of players still have it look like they'll be playing at a decent level.
There's a lot. You can see the likes of Joe Gamble there now and George. They're all in still good shape. But then I won't mention another couple of players who are out of shape. but like even Jerry McCabe there, like I can remember him in 1992, 93. For a man his age playing here as well, it's great.
And he's running the show as well.
He's flying. Even Johnny Glynn, like Johnny was my fitness coach up in Derry, and you can see he's still sharp and he's taking it serious.
And there's Johnny there now. He tries to restore parity. You're up against 12 players in the first half. How did that affect your thinking and your tactical analysis of the game?
We didn't even take notice that they had the 12, to be honest with you. But then again, someone said we only had 10 players because Dennis was so bad.
Well, that is true, yeah. So you're at a numerical disadvantage on all fronts there.
It is fun, but it is great. Jerry would be delighted with this, seeing all the old faces back here and everything, So we'll, great ball.
And there's Billy Woods and Mick Devine out. Mick Devine certainly still has it as a goalkeeper for a fella approaching 60 years of age.
He's excellent, Mick, though. He still has it, as you said,
As we were saying in commentary earlier, Mick should have got an Ireland cap around 2005, the year he won the league. He was that good.
Yeah, who was the manager in 2005 in Ireland? Was it Staunton? No,
yeah, must be. Yeah, I can't remember now.
I say if Stephen Kenny was there, like he would definitely have got capped, But he was he's excellent, Mick. Geez, that year he was definitely worth 12 points to us, because he was so good.
Johnny Glynn here now trying to stretch the back 4 or the back 2 as it is at the moment, and Johnny Glynn just trying to be over elaborate, trying to feed Ollie Callan. Must be great for you, Greg, as well to see all the lads that you haven't seen for years and to catch up and reminisce. And
yeah, it is great, but I think probably it's better for the 92-93 team. They probably haven't seen each other for 25, 30 years, and I know you can keep in touch, but likes to physically see them, so hopefully we'll have a good night afterwards, bite to eat and catch up and a few stories and all that stuff. But yeah, it's good. Well, like yourself, we've our WhatsApp group and all that stuff. Is actually to be all here together, which is great. So hopefully we can make it a regular thing,
Yeah, it's a great occasion to be here, Turners Cross, and great cause as well for Jerry's tribute game, because we're raising funds for the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland. A portion of the proceeds from today's game going to the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland. All the tickets sold today, and non-attendance tickets available as well on corkcityfc.ie as Green team running in. Stephen Birmingham's gone off now, so back to 1 goalkeeper, Greg. An interesting decision. Bold decision, you might say.
Yeah, Lala is in goal there now.
Rooted to the spot there was Dennis, surprisingly.
And it's actually like Dennis when in 2007 he was actually the 3rd choice goalkeeper. Can you imagine that? So
I think he had a clean sheet bonus written to his contract as well at
I
some
think
point.
so, yeah.
Didn't he?
I think that's why he's after going in there. He said, "Oh, will I get a clean sheet bonus?" I said, "Nah, you'll get a pint of Budweiser because you're grand."
Yeah, great to see so many Cork City legends, and one of the biggest legends of all time, Ollie Cahill, on the ball now. Dave Myler, Ireland international, Premiership player, floats it into Stephen Napier, gets the head on.
Oh, a big kick
Big
here now
boot.
from Dennis.
He thinks he's Packy Bonner in Italian 90.
Oh,
Fine as Georgie O'Callaghan, though. Don't think he meant that, did he?
It was the first time he started to find him all day. Georgie asked me to take him off at half time. Said, Greg, I can't play with him.
Oh, Georgie. Skipping past Conroy.
Oh, Fergie Donoghue.
Doesn't get past Fergie. Fergie wasn't having that, Greg, was he?
We couldn't start Fergie today because every time he starts he gets sick, so I think Dave says, Fergie, you're on the bench today, so he's delighted.
Lovely ball there from Kevin Flanagan. Outside of the boot, Ollie Cahill just can't keep it in. And Red Team now will just get a chance to slow things down just that little bit. And Paul Deasy completes a pass. Well on, Paul. Yeah, a big question as well is when you see the list of legends printed, Greg, and your decision, I suppose, to draft Paul Deasy into your squad, what was the thinking there?
He just wants to sell stuff to make money for the club. That's the only reason he's there, to be honest. Yeah. But you'd load of people wanting to play this game. I think fair play to Tony. He rang everyone individually, but like obviously you can't fit everybody in, like, you know, which is a pity, like, you know. But there's loads of players that wanted to play. But sure,
Dave Ludzik.
This is why maybe next year we might run another game and everyone will get another chance.
Yeah, it's a fantastic occasion. It's something that maybe should be looked at doing it annually and stuff like that. 'Cause it's great for all the players to get back, and so also a great opportunity for Cork City fans to get back and meet the heroes of, I suppose, yesteryear and get photographs and stuff and reminisce as well.
Yeah, it does, because like I even got 3 kids, and my 2 lads are here now today. They're 12 and 9, but they don't know some of the history of some of these players who've won, like, say, the league in '93 and the '98 Cup. So I'd get to introduce them to that, like, you know, because they're 2 fanatics now with Cork City, but obviously these lads who played years and years ago, who won things for the club, are important as well, you know. So it's good for the kids to be introduced to these people as well.
And Kelvin Flanagan plays a lovely ball down the left-hand side from Myler to chase. Myler up against Kevin Murray. Left foot across, tries to find his fellow Irish international, and Damien Delaney is playing further forward this night. Kevin Flanagan shakes the shot, right footed off the crossbar. What a beautiful effort from Kelvin Flanagan. First time looping over Dennis Bean, who didn't know much about that, Greg.
We'll give VAR there, and I think we'll give that to Kelvin, I say, because he'd probably tell us it went in anyway afterwards anyway. And he'd probably tell us next week and the week after.
Probably, yeah. Fantastic effort there from Kelvin Flanagan. Lovely ball there from Alan Carey off to the far side. Dave Hill's on the overlap. Looks like he might need help to get back after that overlap.
We said, Hilly, you're coming off. He said, no way, I'm staying on, mate. No way am I coming off. I'm flying. I'm the best player on the pitch, you were saying.
He's probably the most competitive player on the pitch, is he?
Yeah. He's still the same as he was years and years ago, you know. And like, you're trying to do a team talk, and he's still talking. You're like saying, Dave, give it a break there, yeah. Jesus. But he loves it, like, you know. Fair play to him. Like Dave, he must be 57 years old.
Yeah.
You know. And like, for 57, he's in great shape as well.
Yeah,
No,
fantastic.
he is limping there small, but no, right?
That's
so,
from that. Oh, it burst up the pitch.
Yeah.
Got a nosebleed there as he went into the opposition half to Dave. I'm going to let you go, buddy. Go back to the own
great
team.
stuff, right? Thanks
orders.
for everything. Cheers,
well done today, bud.
Thank you.
I'm on this one.
Yeah. And the legends keep on coming. Keep on coming. The Cockney Rebel himself, Danny Murphy, joining us in commentary duties. Danny, what was it like being out there playing?
Yeah, it was fine, but having to play with Hilly, that was a disaster. Not playing with him's a nightmare.
Yeah, Dave still thinks he's running the show, does he?
Oh, listen, you should listen to him. Look, you can hear him now, look, telling everyone how good he was.
It must be great, though, to be back out there with so many legends and so many fantastic players.
It's great to be with all the boys again, and then seeing them after you've not seen quite a lot of the boys in so long. And it's just nice seeing everyone again and being in the dressing room and just realise how it doesn't change. Like, the banter between everyone's still the same. Everyone going after Dennis.
Well, Dennis is an easy target, I suppose, and he kind of invites it on himself.
You can't miss him anymore anyway.
And the first period of the second half drawing to a close here. It's the Red team leading by 3-2. You're up against 12 players there in the first half. How difficult was that?
Yeah, that wasn't easy. I think I've got to go back on for Hoggy now, because I think he can only play this half, so I've got to go back on for him. So better run myself back down there and see if I can add a 13th.
Just before you do, tell me about Jerry Harris, and I suppose your memories of him.
Yeah, and I mean, Jerry was the first person I met when I come here and signed my contract and looked after me. And as a lad coming from England, he was brilliant, like, made you feel at home straight away. So it was amazing, like, getting to know Jerry, and it's amazing seeing so many people out here, and it just shows how highly thought of he was with all the boys that are here to come and support him and, you know, be here for him, really.
Yeah. And you're back at Cork City, manager of the Cork City women's team. Fantastic to have you back involved with the Rebel Army, and a big challenge and a big job, I suppose.
Yeah, it's it's nice to be back, and look, we've got a job on our hands, but we're more than capable of doing it. We've got some really good players, just putting this infrastructure in place and the right structures on the pitch, and I'm sure we'll start moving up the table.
Danny, let you get back down there. I know you're itching to get back onto the field.
No worries. Cheers, appreciate it.
Great to talk to you, boy. Danny Murphy there, the Cockney Rebel.
He's calling me there, look, with his big mouth. I can see him from here.
Come up here to me. Yeah, I've asked Dave Hill to come up. Dave Hill's not leaving the pitch. Yeah, so many legends up here, and absolutely fantastic to see. It's been such a great day. A great smile on my face watching all these legends play at Turner's Cross, and Danny Murphy, the Courtney Rebel, among them. (3-2) the red team lead, and a fantastic occasion, fantastic opportunity. Dave Hill's after getting lost in his way up to us here. Over here, Dave. Dave's on his way up for an interview there. I'm sure he'll remind everybody of that 1998 Cup Final jersey where I had Hill 4 on the back of it. He's never let me forget that. And finally, Dave Hill has made his way up here. Dave, how the hell are you, boy?
Oh, exhausted, mate, but
Yeah.
it's a great day, great day.
You still look like you're running the show down there.
I'm trying, mate, because I can't run anywhere. That's the thing. Try and get other people in different places.
That was loud. And what's it like being back out there?
Eh?
What's it like being back out there?
Oh, it's great. Playing at Turner's Cross again. Great pitch, great fellas, great lads, great memories. It's unbelievable. And Paul Bunce and everything else. It's just for Jerry, and hopefully we can do this every year for him and his family.
Yeah, I suppose when I say the name Jerry Harris to you, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Gentleman, never had a bad word to say anybody, always had a smile on his face, never saw him argue with anybody. A true gentleman.
Yeah, he certainly was, and never in bad form, and would work
Never in a
tirelessly
bad
to help
form.
everyone.
Got his fish and chips on a Friday night on the way back from Dublin. A few pints with the lads. Jerry was a stalwart, man. How many years was he at the club? 50 odd? If
From day
any
one.
more? I know.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. What players out there today, Dave, have surprised you? What players still have it?
I still have it.
Well, obviously,
I
yeah,
still have it.
obviously,
That's
are
the
you,
main
Dave?
thing. You've got to look after yourself, Rory, you know what I mean?
And anyone who's not Dave Hill, Dave?
Anyone that's not Dave, you're dead right, mate. But they're going this. I've run the raffle as well there, Rory. Listen, I've got to go again, all right, mate?
Go on,
Thanks
Dave.
a lot. Cheers, buddy.
Match is starting
Cheers,
off. Dave's
everybody.
going to run. It's great to be joined there by Dave Hill. Still has it.
And then for the main two prizes, the football and jersey. So for the football, the winning number that was brought out.
Dave's certainly not going to miss a second.
So that number was 16. And for the jersey as well, the winning number for the jersey was 183. So that's 183.
Halftime raffle being conducted there by young Dylan. And the final quarter about to get underway. (3-2) the red team lead. We're going to be joined by Neil Horgan momentarily. And we're back underway, and Dave Myler has chipped it into the net. Does that count? It does! What a goal from Dave Myler. Spotted Dennis being off his line. And cool as you like, Dave Myler with that Premier League experience. Chipping the goalkeeper, and it is now 3-3. Dave Myler with that goal. 3 goals apiece is how it now stands. Dave Myler, what a goal. Goal of the season contender. And delighted to be joined by the legendary Mr. Neil Horgan. Neil, how are you, boy?
I'm good. I'm a bit wrecked after that.
Yeah, what's it like being out there again?
It's nice. Yeah, the body isn't the same. We just saw John Herrick there in front of us.
Yeah.
Legend of Cork football. But it's lovely to see all the faces, really, Rory.
Fantastic.
And, a few fellas are still fit and running around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's still fairly competitive, I'd imagine. Still, no more so than Dave Hill, who's still barking out orders.
Yeah, you kind of have to decide how seriously you take these things before you turn up, I think. And I'm sticking to that. It becomes harder to play these games as the years go on.
Especially because you were playing against 12 players for the entire game.
I heard that actually. And are you including the referee in that? Or?
Well, no, that'd be 13, yeah, because Graham fairly biased towards the green team, right, wasn't he?
Yeah, but all jokes aside, it's a lovely day for Jerry Harris, and he'll be missed by all. You can see a massive show of support. Like a great crowd, to be fair.
Yeah.
You know, for a guy who wasn't a player, you know, as in recently, it just shows the respect he was held in, you know.
Yeah, I can't imagine, like, for all the players, you had to think twice when the call came in.
No, actually, someone said to me, well, of all the testimonials, I'm going to make this one. Someone said to me that recently, you know, and I think that's true of a lot of fellas. Jerry was a total gent, and quite apart from Cork City, he was involved with Cork Alberts and Cork United and Albert Rovers, like a real Trojan worker for Cork football in the League of Ireland over literally over the century, like.
It's incredible, and money raised going to the Alzheimer's Society today as well. So
great touch there by Mark Eric as well.
He still has the
great
the touch
touch.
never
I have
goes,
to say,
does
yeah, lovely touch.
Like Jerry McCabe there is running the show.
He is,
You know what I mean?
he is. And he's scanning, you know, this phraseology these days with the
scanning.
Yeah, you see, Jerry McCabe is doing it. Like,
see, he doesn't have to run because he's never out of position. You see,
yeah,
so that's why he doesn't have
he
to.
was coached well. Obviously, he played at a very high level.
Yeah,
you can see he's still scanning fellas behind him. For
Yeah.
any young fella playing now, I tell you.
But yeah, the touch, I suppose, never goes. Players like, see, Georgie still has it. Georgie still running the show, and Gamble when he was on yourself. I mean, like, it's fantastic.
Yeah, in fairness, George is always very talented, and you can see it. He still has the touches that can light up a place, in fairness to him.
Yeah,
and it's nice to see the likes of him here playing. Like, I'm not sure George plays that much. I know he played for Carrigaline a few years ago. So it's a chance for him to show he's still in good nick, in fairness to him. And Davin O'Neill there on the ball, another fantastic footballer, you know.
Yeah, plenty of internationals on the field now as well. Colin Healy's just come on for the red team.
Yeah, actually, it's a good question, actually. How many internationals are here, or underage internationals as well?
There's Damien Delaney, there's Dave Myler.
Senior internationals, yeah. And Colin Healy, obviously.
Colin Healy.
Joe Gamble, Alan Bennett.
Yeah, it's 5.
There's probably more.
Plenty of underage internationals as well.
Yeah, plenty.
And international manager and Colin O'Brien as well.
That's true. Yeah, and it is that kind of day. I mean, it is a lot of, I suppose, people who've been involved at the higher echelons of soccer in Cork and Ireland coming out to show their tribute to Jerry Harris.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic stuff. And it's 3 apiece here now after Dave Myler's cheeky lob there at the start of the fourth quarter. As the red team look to go ahead here. And touch on for Georgie. Can he finish it? And he gets over that. He had too much time to think about that one, didn't he? It's too much time.
Has he got 2 yet? Is he on a hat-trick? I'm not sure.
Mick Devine is in his ear here.
Yeah,
what was
it'll be
that,
important
George?
to get the hat-trick. You see Fergie O'Donoghue down there playing right back. Fergie O'Donovan. Anthony Buckley coming on there.
Anthony Buckley coming in.
For Jerry McCabe.
Jerry McCabe getting a well-deserved round of applause. There's Jerry McCabe.
Fairness, travelling for Scotland for this, you know, it just shows how highly he held Jerry.
That's fantastic stuff. Hag, I'm going to let you go.
Yeah, pleasure.
Thanks a million, buddy. And from one legend to another, Mr. Jason Camilla, how are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you very much.
You hoarse from all the shouting on the sideline.
Listen, my voice is like this from when I got punched in the throat in Monaghan.
It's been a fantastic day, isn't it?
Listen, it's brilliant. A great turnout. I'm delighted for everyone. I'm delighted, especially because of what it's in memory of, you know. And I just met Mickey Harris on the stairs there. He just thanked me, and I just said I'm just really glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, when I say the name Jerry Harris to you, I suppose, Jason, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Listen, I moved here. I came over here. He was the first person I met, and he made me feel so welcome at the club, made me part of the club. And that's why 23 years later I'm still here, because of people like him.
Offside flag is up. Georgie has the ball in the net. Georgie and Mick are having a nice little battle, aren't they?
Yeah, they're, George still thinks he can play, George does. But, yeah, they're having a great little battle, but they're great mates, them two, aren't they?
Yeah, they certainly are, having a nice little battle. And Georgie still has it, doesn't he? He's got all his touches.
Yeah, see, I was just talking to a friend down there, and he just said, "Look at George, still got step overs and things like that." I think he should say something to Colin Healy. He might get in the team.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. It's great to see all the lads playing. It must be great as well for all of you to catch up and like meet fellas you haven't seen in years.
Well, me and Mark Eric had a big hug down there. I lived with Mark when I first came here. And, we're not getting any younger. It's just great to see everyone. And, the days of our lives, we shared so many emotions, winning the cup and things like that. We built great bonds over the years. It's just nice to see everyone again.
Yeah, it certainly is. And what players have surprised you? What players still have the touches? What players still have it?
Well, look, outside, Colin Healy's on the ball now. Look, Colin can still play, but he's training every day. But, Joe Gamble, always been a nice player, and he's always been entertaining to watch. So, there's a few towing a caravan around. They'll put a few extra pounds on.
Yeah, it's certainly been that way. And Dave Hill is shouting around, ordering everyone around.
Listen, Dave's probably my closest friend here. We came together today. He never stops, Dave. He's got 2 bad hips, look, but he's always entertaining.
He had to be dragged off the field there. He didn't want to come off.
He didn't want to come off now.
Yeah, fantastic. And it's been certainly a fantastic day here and fantastic crowd out to remember Jerry. And I suppose it's a testament to how well Jerry was loved that everyone is here and everyone just dropped everything to be here for him, Jason.
Yeah, there's another fellow I have to give him a mention. He apologised he couldn't make Gerald Dobbs.
Yeah.
And Dobbs, he's been involved with the Kennedy Cup team, so he's tied up with that today. He said, I'd love to have come, but he's got to go and be them. So I know he's here and he's in spirit anyway, he's with us, you know what I mean? He wanted to come down, so I give Dobbsy props.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. And your son Jay is flying in Scotland. It's been a good season for him.
Yeah, listen, he's just phoned me up yesterday and he's just gone on loan to Greenock Morton. He's got a year left at Livingston, but he just needs game time. So he's gone to them now, and they can bring him back any time. But look, he's realising how difficult professional football can be at this stage.
Yeah.
So he's learning another lesson, another side of it. But fingers crossed, we all know about football. You just need breaks sometimes as well, and he had a couple of bad injuries.
And being away from home as well can be tough for a lad of his age as well.
Yeah. I mean, I know that little bit of time he had at Shells kind of softened the blow, prepared him for it. But yeah, he's learning. When he rang me yesterday, he was making himself a curry. I said, I bet that's McDonald's curry from Super Value. He said, it is, Dad. He said, it is.
Happy days. City now looking to go ahead here. Colin O'Brien looks like he could still be playing at a very high level as well.
Colin's involved, as you well know, with the FAI, so I'm sure he's getting plenty of football in the daytime.
Plenty of training.
Fergie's coming off now.
Fergie doesn't want to come off, does he? Dave's shouting. Dave's tactic of playing 12 has certainly been an interesting one. Well, paid off.
I said to him at half time, would we push it to 13? He said, I don't want to take the mic. He said, I don't want to.
Jason, it's been a pleasure talking to you, buddy. Thanks for coming up to us.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Jason Gabia talking to us there, an absolute Cork City legend. Joined by another absolute Cork City legend, Mr. Billy Woods. Billy, how are you, boy?
I'm great, Rory. How are you keeping?
This has been great crack, hasn't it?
Walking football, Rory. High quality content here today.
Yeah, I didn't exactly anticipate a high-paced contest, but it's been good. I mean, the touches are still there. I mean, like the vision is still there.
Yeah, I suppose the mind is willing, maybe the legs aren't. But it's been a great occasion for everybody here, and we're delighted to be involved with everyone. It's a great turnout today and a fantastic occasion.
I suppose when I mention Jerry to you, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear his name?
I remember back in '93, I was coming back from England. I came back in about October '93, and Jerry was the one who got onto my dad. I was coming back from Coventry, and Jerry was the first person who contacted my dad to hear that I was home, and he brought me into the club. So he was a gentleman to me in my time at Cork City. He was a gentleman to everybody, and you see lads from the length and breadth of the country coming to play today to mark the occasion. I don't think anybody had a bad word to say about Jerry. He was one of nature's good guys. And, the club was built on people like Jerry Harris.
Certainly was, and worked just tirelessly for the club, worked tirelessly for everyone. As Graham Cummins is in here, and Cork City look to make it 4. Crowded out. Colin Healy still going, still that competitive fire you can see from Colin Healy. Don't think it ever leaves, Billy, does it?
No, and if you saw Healers in training, he was like that all the time. He still has the ideas, he still has the intensity. Big dive there. Who's that? Anthony Buckley diving there, yeah. But it's been a great day.
Down O'Neill just fluffing his lines a little bit there. Will we find a winner? It's 3 apiece here now. Ball played across all the way, and Dear God, what's Dennis being doing? On his own line. Are you surprised? Not even remotely.
No, he looks. Look, that probably would have been Dennis' position when he played. Sure, he could have stayed in there.
He's a natural entertainer, Dennis, isn't he?
Yeah, and national. That's one way of describing him anyway.
We're just going back to Jerry, I suppose. I mean, like the type of man who would do anything for anyone and worked tirelessly behind the scenes and did a lot of work that people wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, I suppose when you're in a professional environment in a professional club, people don't understand the day-to-day work that's involved, rules and regulations involved with European games especially. And I remember on those European trips organising jerseys. I remember one time we went to Sweden and needed to get a whole new set because we had Beamish across the jerseys.
Yeah.
I remember that. And organising stuff like that. Stuff that you never, as a player and as a fan, you just don't realise and think of, But again, as I said, I don't think anybody ever had a bad word about Jerry, an absolute gentleman and just a fantastic guy for the club.
He certainly was indeed. And it's a testament to see how many people are here today to watch the game, how many players dropped everything to be here on a Sunday afternoon. And can't imagine you had to think twice when you got the call, I'd say, did you?
Yeah, interesting there with Myler and Healers ratting for the ball. That's two competitive lads there.
Two internationals going head to head.
I was disappointed with Joe Gamble's performance.
Poor enough, I thought, yeah.
Yeah, for a fellow who gives it the big one as a manager now, and Corinthians and players like Ian Turner and Paul Deasy who are just aren't at the level, Munster Senior League level. But after Joe's got to work with what he has.
Oh, hi Joe, I didn't see you there, boy.
What's happening?
Joe,
how are you, buddy?
Joe, how did you find it out there? Thanks, Billy.
That was great. Loved the walking pace. That's what it's about.
Suits you.
Walking pace football is the way to go forward. It's definitely the new in vogue football game.
It's been a great day, hasn't it?
Fantastic. Yeah. Look, sure, it's great to see all the players on the stairs now. You wouldn't see each other unless an occasion like this or
Yeah.
maybe not good circumstances but look, it just shows you that the players like coming from all over the country and beyond, really.
Yeah.
For the likes of Jerry, look, the man's a legend. I don't know anyone who's ever said a single bad word about him, which is a great thing to have said about you. Look, and it's great that we've turned up for him. People have turned up for him, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, and so many people here have come out to watch. So many players have travelled, as you mentioned, Joe, and it's a testament to him. And everyone just dropped everything to be here on a Sunday afternoon to remember Jerry.
Absolutely. Look, I think it's a great the one thing that you don't do when you retire is you don't meet up with fellas like that. On any occasion you can, great, but with celebrating Jerry's life and being here with his family and contributing to it. Look, I think he'd have got another 40-50 players.
Yeah.
Like anyone that played for the city would have loved being here. Look, Jerry, as I said, look, the man's a legend, absolute legend is.
Yeah, it's a great occasion here and fantastic players all over the pitch. So many Cork City legends.
Yeah.
And even the older players, like the likes of Jeremy McCabe, like the touch never goes and the vision never goes, does it?
That's it. It's exactly. It's just you can't. The legs just won't move. You're trying to run around, but you come on, start moving. It doesn't start moving. So, but like that, they touch. You still have that sort of touch and control. And some fellas get competitive, all right.
Dave Hill being the main one.
Some players are playing for contract there. I think Georgie Callan's playing for contract. I think trying to impress Colin Healy all the time.
He looks like he could still play though, doesn't
Georgie
he?
can always play, in fairness to him. Always had the ability. But like that, all fellas have the ability. It's just all the time catches up with you, and that's the way it is, So
must be great to see all the lads who you wouldn't have seen in a while, I suppose. I'd imagine you're still all in contact anyway, but just getting all together over the last couple of years has been impossible with COVID and all that, so it must be great to meet up today.
That's it. I would have had probably the full spectrum. If I look at both teams, I would have played with the older players when I came in.
Yeah.
I mean, even Paul Bowden, for example, he was
There's Paul Deasy, who you brought into Corinthians.
That's right, yeah. He's a great lad. Paul's a great lad, in fairness to him. He played now even under Doolin when I was there. I played with, as I say, the older team. I would have played with them when I was coming into the city from a youth team players, you know what I mean? So it's great to see both spectrums of it, my point of view, so I know, listen, it's a great day to be involved. It's great, it's a privilege to be involved, really.
Yeah, it's fantastic stuff indeed, and just to see so many great players. Joe, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for joining us, boy. Appreciate it. Thanks for talking to us. The legends keep on coming.
All right, Joe.
Joe Gamble out to Pat Duggan. Pat, how are you, boy?
Rory, how are you?
I'm good. I mean, this has been a great day, Pat, hasn't it?
Absolutely fantastic and well deserved for the legend of a man.
It's been
absolutely brilliant.
Talk to me about Jerry Harrison. What do you remember of him?
Oh, I remember when I signed in '88 and I went out and met this man, as I call a legend. I was unfit and he took me out and he says, "You stay with me for 2 to 3 weeks, I'll have you fit." Jerry ended up being fitter than me. I can tell you. But in everything, he was a trainer, he was everything. And if you had troubles off the pitch, you go to Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry was everything.
Yeah, I was
to
going
us,
to say that. Close confident for all the players. And
absolutely brilliant.
Full-time whistle goes has finished 3 apiece here in what has been an entertaining game, Pat.
Very, very entertaining, you know. It's great to see all the lads. And, you know, as I say, well deserved because, you know, this thing should be happening now, like, you know, from next year on. Keep it going, get everyone back here, you know. And, it's just fantastic, Rory.
What players have surprised you? I mean, like, what players are you looking and going, I didn't think they still had it.
Well, I tell you one thing. I'm looking at Paul Bowdren there today. Oh, my God. I'd say he was my man in the match anyway.
Yeah.
In fairness, I'm up and down there, you know, but Bodie stood out.
Yeah. And even like Jerry McCabe, the range of passion.
Unbelievable. For, you know, even Mick Conroy, Mick was on there for 10, 15 minutes, you know. For these people to go out and do it, like, I couldn't even talk out today, you know, but they're showing us up.
Fantastic stuff. Pat, pleasure talking to you.
Rory, thanking you, my friend. Thank you, bud.
Thanks a million for coming up. Really appreciate it, Pat Duggan there, talking to us on commentary. Finished 3 apiece here. And we're going to a penalty shootout, are we? Aaron, how many reckons we're going to a penalty shootout? Might not be happening, but it has been an absolutely fantastic day here at Turner's Cross. It's just been so enjoyable to talk to so many legends, to meet so many legends, to see so many legends in action. And a great day, finished 3 apiece. Handshakes all around the centre circle. DC reckons there, or Howie reckons there's a penalty shootout. I'm not too sure about that. There is, yeah. So we'll hang on and see if the penalty shootout happens. It'll be a battle of the keepers and Mick Devine, who didn't think he was going to play the whole game. No Money, unfortunately, couldn't make it today.
And just a reminder to stay off the pitch as we have a penalty shootout to come.
Yeah, a confirmation there, the penalty shootout over the Tannoy. I'd be interested to see who the 5 takers are.
We also have someone missing their glasses. So if anyone finds any glasses around Turner's Cross, please pass them up to the express box.
Right, so let's see who these penalty takers are. Thank you all indeed for joining us on Rebel Army TV here on YouTube. It has been an incredible day, a thoroughly enjoyable afternoon at the Cross, as we remember a great, great man in Jerry Harris. We talk about city legends. Jerry's right at the top of the pile. Great way to remember a great man. Funds raised today going to the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland. So if you are watching online, you can purchase a non-attendance ticket. The proceeds going to the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland. You can go to corkcityfc.ie for details on that. The Alzheimer's Society of Ireland does do incredible work. But yeah, €5 non-attendance ticket, corkcityfc.ie for details on that. Waiting for the penalty shootout now. First penalty. Stephen Napier up against Dennis Bean. All right, John, my former Cork City defender John Andrews now to talk us through the penalty shootout. John, it's been a great day so far. Stephen Napier up first, left-footed. Where's he going?
I would think he'd go bottom right, and I think he scores. There we
Right-footed,
go.
in off the posts. Beautiful stuff from Stephen Napier. Dennis Bean beaten.
I'm very surprised, Rory, that Dennis Bean is being beaten. He's a modicum of goalkeeping.
Well, in fairness, got lobbed on his line there, the kick-off there for.
Yeah, but it is against a top quality player. Like.
Well, yeah, we give it that. David Myler going up against it. Now it's Billy Woods up against Mick Devine.
Now, I'm surprised Billy's taking it with his right foot.
He buries it.
Oh!
Mick Devine saves it. Advantage, great team. Dennis Bean celebrates like he's just won the World Cup. It's been a great day, John, hasn't it?
It really has, and it's fantastic to see the standard of the football. You know, people like Colin Healy, Dave Myler, Damiel Delaney. The lads are fantastic. The only disappointment, I didn't get to see Greg O'Halloran play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's managing the team today. Done a lot of work and organising the teams for today. So Greg deserves a big shout out for that. As Johnny Glynn goes up against Dennis Bean, who is about 2 yards off his line.
Is that the step now, is it?
There's Johnny Glynn steps up and he buries it past Dennis Bean. And it's all in tribute of a great man as well in Jerry Harris, a man who anybody who's come through the gates of Turner's Cross has met and has had interactions with. And every one of the players out here would have been either signed by Jerry or worked with Jerry, and you're no different.
Jerry was an absolute gentleman, and also we lost Timmy Carey not so long ago as well. It was a very, very sad time, but you see the respect that's shown through the crowd that's here, and it's amazing.
Danny Murphy blasted into a corner, the gasp, and he gives Mick Devine the eyes. He's back, yapping at Mick.
Never in doubt.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. Beautiful penalty.
Rory, you're sporting the classic black and gold. It's a retro jersey
it's
from
my favourite 93,
93, I think, yeah.
My favourite Cork City shirt by a million miles. My buddy Adrian Stack gave that jersey to me as a present years ago. So it doesn't come out too often because I don't want to ruin it in the wash. Jerry McCabe's stuff. He scored one penalty already and he scored a second.
And you'd have to say, how well did Jerry play?
Yeah,
magic,
brilliant.
Absolutely magic.
The lads were saying to me that he had 2 hip replacements, and look, he didn't really have to run because he was never out of position, did he? Genuinely, he was just brilliant.
Well, stepping up next now is Darragh Murphy, and I must say he was my favourite centre-half partner to play with.
Yeah.
Not just here at Cork in the underages, but also at Cove Ramblers. He was an absolute diamond.
He had a fine career over in the UK as well. Murph steps up against Mick Devine. Murph. Blasted high.
I thought he was going to score again just for the crack.
Yeah. Mark Herrick is up. Kelvin Flanagan has to take one of these penalties, surely. Kelvin Flanagan was the best penalty taker I ever saw.
I don't think I've ever seen him miss a penalty.
No.
I think he was 100%. Mark as well was a pretty cultured player, so Mark is going to...
Mark's a fine player, yeah.
Who would... so to be interesting, Rory, who would be your pick to miss?
Ooh. We'll see now who steps up. Look at that score.
See, I'd rather say that to you than you to say it to me.
Well, Joe Gamble's stepping up here now. Not a man who who's renowned for penalty taking abilities, because I don't think I've ever seen him take a penalty.
Fit as a fiddle though still, Joe.
Unbelievable. Looks like he could still be playing.
Yeah. There's a lot of the lads out there that look like they could still be playing. There's a lot of lads in great shape.
Gamble stepping up against Mick Devine. He takes it quickly, and it's gone in. Oh, what a fantastic penalty from Joe Gamble. Mick Devine couldn't have time to react to that. That's my pick of the penalty so far from Joe Gamble. And now, speaking of the devil, here's Kelvin Flanagan up to take one. And you've jinxed him as well, because you said you've never seen him miss a penalty.
Well, it's let's say a competitive penalty. And the way the lads were playing today, this was fairly competitive. So hopefully he'll stick this away.
Those competitive fires, I suppose, never go.
Do you think, though, there is that romanticness that you want to see being saving one?
Well, Flanagan is he always stuck these into the corner of the net, and he's done it again. Like, how good was that? And that is it. Victory for the green team. It has been such a fantastic day here at Turner's Cross. How apt that the best penalty taker Turner's Cross has ever seen wins the game with one of the most perfect penalties you'll ever see. He still has it. Just yourself, John, Still coaching in Iceland, still working in Iceland. It's been an incredible experience over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I've just bought an apartment out there, so I'll be over there now for another couple of years yet. But it's one of those things that I fell in love with the country, and I'm just loving it out there. So it's a great standard of living, a great standard of life, and apart from Cork, it's probably my favourite place to be in the world.
Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. And your nephew Cathal had a fantastic time in Italy with AC Milan, and fantastic to see, and a fantastic experience for him.
Yeah, and hopefully he'll be going back over, so it all seems to be in the pipeline now, so hopefully there's good things in the future for him. A great dedicated lad, great parents, and it's fantastic the way his career has grown and started as well here, at Cork City. So
excellent stuff. John, thanks for joining us, buddy. Thanks for talking
my
us through the
absolute
penalties.
My absolute pleasure.
Great to talk to John Andrews. John, thanks, buddy. Great to talk to John Andrews there. Fantastic day here at Turner's Cross, and we're not done yet. Still commentary. Mark Herrick joins us.
Hello
Mark,
there.
how are you, boy? How was it being out there?
It was absolutely brilliant. It was brilliant being out there with friends from a while ago, and to be celebrating the life of Jerry Harris, and he was great to us all,
I suppose when I mention Jerry Harris to you, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Just sincerity. Sincerity. He was a superman, and he touched us all. And football, you get intimate with people quite quickly in football. And Jerry was part of my own journey, and I have such fond memories of him. And it was reflected today with the atmosphere and the goodwill from the supporters and all the players.
What was it like being out there? I mean, like a lot of the players, they slowed down, but the touch is still there.
Do you know what? You were looking, coming up this morning before the game, I was thinking, this is going to be difficult now, and don't overstretch myself, and there's a lot of fit lads out there. And then when I saw the first 20 minutes and the snail pace of it, I thought, look, we'll be okay, But at the same time, you're dead right. There's some lads there, and you see some great touches, and it was brilliant to see,
Mark, I'll let you get down there. The trophy
You're
presentation
welcome.
has happened.
Thanks a
for
million.
joining
Cheers.
us.
Bye now.
Really been a pleasure talking to so many Cork City legends here across the afternoon. Hope you really enjoyed it on Rebel Army TV. Wait for the trophy presentation now to take place. See Tony Harris down there with the trophy.
And we will now have a presentation on the pitch. Michael Harris will make the presentation to the winning Cork City team.
And Mick Harris there as well, Jerry's brother, is going to make the presentation to the winning team. And look, I can't repeat it enough. It's been a fantastic afternoon here at the Cross. It's been a fantastic occasion to remember a fantastic man and a fantastic human being in Jerry Harris. I've heard so many testimonials about Jerry today and how he touched so many people's lives here at Turner's Cross. We've only heard from the players, but behind the scenes and for supporters, even for people like myself, Jerry meant a huge amount to a huge amount of people. That's reflected here, and the amount of people who've turned up, the amount of legends who have turned out at Turner's Cross. It's been just an incredible occasion. I can't repeat that enough. I went on to Tony, who organised a fantastic match in tribute of his dad, and all the work that gone in behind the scenes, and like Sir Greg O'Halloran doing huge work of organising the players. It's just been absolutely fantastic. And a huge thank you to all of you who've tuned in on Rebel Army TV, all of you who've turned up at Turner's Cross today to watch. If you're watching this back on Rebel Army TV a little bit later on, thank you very much indeed as well. It's just been so good. It's been absolutely brilliant. We're trying to get all the players back into one place here. Looking for a wireless mic. Do I have one? Jerry McCabe lifting the trophy there to a huge amount of applause here, standing ovation while the supporters here in front of us. And Jerry there being presented the trophy by Jerry Harris's brother Mickey. What a day it's been. There's the winning green team, aided by playing most of the game with 12 players. Great round of applause, fully deserved round of applause as well. It's been a brilliant day. I keep repeating myself, but it has been. Has been an absolutely brilliant day. The players heading back in. Don't think players want to leave the pitch. I think they'd happily stay out and play another 20 minutes. If the legs would allow anyway. It's just been that kind of afternoon as everyone pays tribute to Jerry. See former Cork County boss John Moyle out there in conversation with Dave Barry, two Cork GA greats. Just going to try and grab maybe one or two more players just before we wrap up on our stream here on Rebel Army TV. A lot of players out there still chatting, still reminiscing. Hopefully grab a couple of them. I think we're going to be joined momentarily by Alan Bennett. And what has been an enjoyable afternoon of football.
Where are you, kid?
We are joined by a Cork City legend and Ireland international, Mr. Alan Bennett. Alan, how was that?
That was great. That was great. That
Was
was
it?
a good little run around. Good to see everyone. A lot of old faces. People have got very old and very stiff very quickly.
Yeah.
It was great, boy.
A lot of players still had the touch, though, didn't they? A lot of players still had that range of passing, the vision.
They'll tell you they did anyway, and they'll tell you they were still brilliant and all in the head, really. But look, we're here for a great man. You know, apt that it's Father's Day.
Yeah.
The father of Cork City football, really, like for everybody, you know. And he was an absolute, just a legend of a man. It's hard to describe him in a couple of sentences. You know, everything he did. Signed me as a youth player. He was there the whole way up. Always supporting, always on the bus. I remember Aaron Barry joined from Derry, and then the first day he goes, "Benno, who's that? Who's the old fella on the bus?" And I goes, "Well, that's Jerry Harris." He goes, "He knows everything about me already," and that
Of
was
course
day
he
one.
did, yeah.
And that was Jerry. Like, made everyone feel welcome, and he knew everyone, addressed everyone by their first name. Superman, yeah.
It was fantastic stuff, and it's a fantastic way to pay tribute to Jerry with so many legends out here that he all would have had a hand in signing, I suppose, first off, and looking after and nurturing. It's a great way to pay tribute to a great man.
Absolutely. And look, he'll always be remembered and always be cherished in Cork, and he did everything, every role imaginable, you know, and he's the absolute, just brilliant guy.
What players surprised you out there today?
In what sense?
In that they were still good, I suppose.
Dennis Bean surprised me. I thought he'd be bigger. I'm not sure the pink suited him.
No,
in the second half. Yeah, he looked like a giant bonbon in goal. But no, look, a few lads are still there. A few lads still doing running. You have to do something, you know, just stay fit, and it's important. But it's great.
Alan, let you get back to it, boy. Thanks for joining us.
Top man, Roar.
Appreciate it, boy. Alan Bennett there, Cork City legend. And we're going to talk to Damien Delaney now as well. Yeah, I'm just going to wrap things up, and we're going to talk to Damien Delaney. Damien, how are you, boy? What was that like out there, Damien?
It was enjoyable. It was very enjoyable. Great occasion. Great for Jerry. Great for his family. And great that everyone got together and we managed to see old faces and people that we haven't seen for a very long time. Obviously, the game wasn't of the highest quality, but but we all had a little.
There's moments of quality, Damien.
We all had a little. Yeah, but I think that was more mistakes from the opposition rather than anything we actually did. So, but look, it was very enjoyable and as I said, from me and personal point of view, it was great to see some faces that you just, because everyone's busy with their lives and people have moved on and stuff.
COVID over the last couple of years and stuff.
Exactly. So to see people, this amount of people that had such a huge part in my life, and obviously Jerry being one of the people that had a big part as well, you know, to see all those faces is nice, and for us to remember Jerry with a day like this is very, very good.
Yeah, and it's a testament to him that so many players are here on a Sunday afternoon. Everyone's dropped everything, I suppose, to be here for Jerry.
Yeah, it's the least we could do. I mean, God almighty, Jerry dropped everything many times for the football club and went way above and beyond his remit. And I've said previously, the reason there is a Cork City today is because we like Jerry Harris. So it's the least that we could do. It's a small gesture, but hopefully the family enjoyed it. And I know Jerry would have loved it. It was his type of day. It was, you know.
Yeah. And just on the game itself, Damien, a bold strategy by Dave to play 12 players for the whole game. What was the thinking there?
You'd have to ask if it was intentional or not. I think you give Dave a bit too much credit there that he had a master plan. I think it was probably a mistake, and he went, I will run with
it. What players surprised you? I mean, like out there, like the likes of Jerry McCabe, like at his age, to have that range of passing still was something else.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But anyway, look, even Georgie, just watching him play football is brilliant. You can see why he's such a good player and such a massive player for the club. A wonderful way with the ball, a lovely fluid motion, he's natural with the ball at his feet. So just to see Georgie up close for the first time really was good for me. But as I said, all the lads, Derek Collin, centre back. Me and Derek had a nice pairing on there for a couple of minutes till he got injured. I felt there was something for the future there for Cork City, but fortunately his calf went and that was the end of that.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Damien, thanks for joining us.
No
We'll let you get back
thanks.
to it. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much.
Thanks, Damien Delaney there. Cork City legend. Cork City legends all over the place here at Turner's Cross this evening. And another Cork City legend joins us. They keep on coming. The hits keep on coming. Mr. Colin O'Brien. Colin, how are you, boy?
Very good.
How'd you enjoy that?
Excellent. Great tribute to a great man, and we saw all the people that played today that that Jerry touched all our lives, and I think we're all honoured and privileged to be here today for him.
I suppose when I say Jerry's name to you, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Just a gentleman.
You're not the first person to say that today.
Yeah, like when I first came to the club as a youth player, Jerry was here. He's gone through so many generation of players, and what you saw is what you got with Jerry. Always very helpful, always very honest. Just a great man, and had brilliant values around the club that people mightn't have saw, and they rubbed off on people, and he had a very positive influence on myself individually.
Yeah, and it's a testament to him that so many people came out here today to play, to watch, to help out. It's just everyone was here for Jerry.
Without a doubt, yeah. Very sad day when we heard the news, and obviously during COVID we couldn't pay our proper respects to the man. So, fantastic idea from Tony and the family, and for us all to be here today, and to have good memories of him. And I think that will be really important for the family. So it's great.
And just on the game itself today, Colin, it's I suppose fantastic for you all to get back and to see each other, because I suppose you haven't been able to get together over the last couple of years.
Yes, and you saw, the teams from the early '90s, the late '90s, the early 2000s, late 2000s.
The full gamut.
Two decades there, and it was just brilliant to see so many people you haven't seen in a while, and catch up now later on for a bit of food and some 7-Up.
Sounds like it's going to be a great night out, Colin. I'll leave you to it, boy. Thanks for joining us. Colin, appreciate it, boy. And legends keep on coming. Hey Dave, how are you, boy? Joined now by Dave Myler. Dave, what was it like being out there first off?
Do you know what? It's been a while since I've been able to kind of play in an almost 11v11. It's been a long time, and it's nice. Like obviously when I played for Cork City, I was young. You're going back to kind of the 05 winning team.
Yeah.
So I came through. So 07 when they won the cup. So all those players, a lot of them I haven't seen. Obviously, Colin O'Brien, I'm working with him with the Irish under-17s. I see Colin Healy every now and then. But it's just great to see Joe, Dennis, Killian Lorden, all of them. Do you know what I mean? And they were very good to me when I was a kid. So it's good to, and what it's all about. Why we're here, and it's wonderful to obviously see such a big turnout.
Yeah, and Jerry was such an icon of a man at Turner's Cross and did so many roles here. And when I say Jerry's name to you, I suppose what's the first thing that comes to mind?
A gentleman. Like Jerry was the kit man when I first came through. Obviously I was just a young fella, and I think football clubs, it's people like Jerry run football clubs.
Yeah.
Like I'd say there's probably not a job inside Cork City that Jerry's not done, and you can tell by the people, the amount of ex-players coming out playing for them. It just shows what everyone thought about him. My own experience, he was really nice to me. Obviously a young boy, probably a too giddy and hyper, but he was always very good. And he was, he's a lovely fella. And I was delighted to be asked to come, to obviously pay my respects, and it's great.
Yeah, and so many players here as well today, so many Cork City legends. It's just a testament to Jerry that everyone's here and dropped everything just to go out and play.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, I don't know how many I don't know how many players are on the team sheet. I think there was about 40 players at one stage. I think we did kick off 12v11.
Yeah, and he stayed 12v11 for the entire game.
But
full strategy.
Yeah, but do you know what? Like you said there, it just shows why, why so many people came. It's just for Jerry, the way he was, the person he was in that, and everyone obviously has fond memories of him. And it's great, for the family to be here, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, on the game itself, enjoyable stuff. Not exactly high pace, but the quality was still there.
Yeah, well, look, I don't want any of the players going out to me, but like a lot of them know there's a few in the 60s, few in the 50s, few in the 40s. The mind's there, the body mightn't move as well as it used to.
The vision is still there, and the touch is still there.
Yeah, but that's look, quite a few of them would be early 40s. So you could tell that a few of them kind of look after themselves and keep themselves fit. Look.
Which player surprised you the most, actually? Which player do you think, oh, he's still got it?
Oh, well, do you know what? I've always been a keen admirer of Colin Healy ever since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then obviously Colin came on for the last block, and you can just see Colin looks like he should still play.
Yeah.
He just slots in.
The intensity went up when Colin came on, actually, didn't it?
I thought, oh God, they brought on the A team. I'd seen Alan Bennett come on at the back, Murph on the left, Colin, Killian, do you know what I mean? Darren Murphy.
Yeah.
I suppose, you know what, the one like Billy Woods looks in great condition.
Yeah.
He was going down the wing there, and he was standing balls up, crossing them in.
Ollie Cahill's looks super fit as well, didn't he?
Yeah. But I you could kind of tell with a few of them that I'd say they still kind of live by their diet and their exercise and that.
Yeah.
Ollie wasn't happy at half time. He wasn't getting enough of the ball. He had a little moan up. And I think he went through the middle at one stage.
No, it's been a fantastic day and some fantastic goals and fantastic third goal as well for the green team. Chip and Dennis being.
I know. Do you know what? It's probably 20 years ago I scored from the half line here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that against?
Kilreen.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Everton would have been them. It was one of the Ballyfian or Talker teams.
Yeah.
But it's you know what? I have such fond memories of this. Like obviously now I'm living over in the UK. But when I come home, and if I'm ever home on a Friday night, I'll come down and watch the Cork City play and whatever. And it's just like even my first ever cup final was under 11 here, and Graham Kelly was referee then. We were laughing and joking about it before the game. Like, it's just to think where does the time go? Like, that's 22 years ago.
Yeah.
You know?
Fantastic stuff indeed. Always a great pleasure to play at Turner's Cross and wear the Cork City crest again and stuff like that. It must have been a great moment for you, I suppose.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. This is what it's all about, like, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Dave, I'll leave you to it, boy. Thanks for joining us here on the Rebel Army TV.
Top man.
Appreciate it, Dave. That's Dave Myler there joining us on the Rebel Army TV stream. And that's pretty much it from us from Turner's Cross this evening, and delighted you could all join us here on Rebel Army TV as we pay tribute to a great man in the legendary Mr. Jerry Harris. If you were watching the stream, we'd greatly appreciate it if you would purchase the non-attendance ticket, corkcityfc.ie. You can get a ticket for that. Proceeds from the game going to the Alzheimer's Society of Ireland. It has been an incredible day with some incredible Cork City legends who we've had in the commentary box and we saw on the pitch today. I keep on saying it, guys. It's been an incredible day, and it's an occasion befitting. An incredible man. Jerry, we miss you. We love you, buddy. And it's just been an incredible day. Thanks very much for joining us on Rebel Army TV, folks. Back Friday, Cork City versus Cole Ramblers here at Turner's Cross and LOI TV. Should be a cracking occasion. But for now, thank you so much for donating, for purchasing tickets, and for watching us here in the Jerry Harris tribute.